Luminar AI catalog.
We should be live, Paul.
Oh, we live. Hey, you said this meeting is being live streamed. Okay, so I gotta go look for it. We got a moth hanging around here. Ugh. Not anymore. Cool.
Yeah.
Bradshaw McKee, St. Mary's Conquest was one of the ships you did.
Yep.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I've still got one more. So the Iberbright is the last one that's got to be done.
Okay. Not anymore. Okay. Pop out chat. That goes over there. You see a freaking another moth. I don't know where they're coming from. No, missed it.
They just want you to know they're there, Paul.
Yeah, you're pissing me off here. Okay. Okay, and down there we go. That's all set. I was gonna, after I went down to my sister's, I did some work down there, and I was going to go down to Port Bruce, get some pictures, maybe the lighthouse, and some stuff around there because there's supposed to be ice and that. Well, hell, I get down there, I couldn't find a place to park.
Really?
It was busy. Like, what the hell is everybody doing? Come down here, just like there's nothing there. There's no ships, no nothing there. Just a little river comes out into the lake area, and there's a little flashing light on top of a lighthouse type deal. Not much. And anyways, that place was packed down there today.
Really?
Yeah. Where did I do those pictures? I'm just looking for certain pictures I did this afternoon, but they weren't part of what I did today. Oh, there they are. Cool. There's one right there. I thought it was kind of cool. I parked way down at the end down there, and there's some geese out on the water.
Yeah.
So anyways, I did the pictures here. See the geese on the ice in the water?
Oh boy, look at that.
Yeah. So then here, this was kind of cool. It had to be a couple, 300 geese down there, right? So
sure.
But
that's what we got down along the St. Clair River here too.
Yeah. But anyways, let me see if I bring up. Oh, okay. So back to edit. Okay. Okay. So. So anyway, there's a picture of the house I did.
Okay.
Let me see a little bit different angle there.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah, not a bad house.
It doesn't have a lot of property, and you're right next to your neighbors. But I think a lot of people expect that now, don't they?
Yeah. Like see here, Actually, it's funny. This house here sits back. I'll show you a picture in a minute, but it's pretty tight. Even here, it's kind of tight.
It almost looks like the lot is kind of pie-shaped here. It's like it's
well, it is. It's on a cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
But you see, this is okay. That's a backyard. Okay, let me see.
Now, how much do they own? Just that much?
Yeah, that's the backyard right here, the fence line. Yeah, there's not much property here, right?
Right. I thought maybe they still owned another 20 feet or 30 feet more.
Like, see this side here?
Yeah.
I'll show you a picture I did in the front. But yeah, like there's no room here.
Well, if you don't like to do yard work, I guess,
Yeah. Like, say, okay, now this one here. See this, Paul?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, this one here is almost the edge of the house here is about the middle of this house, right?
Yeah.
So, but he wants some stuff that's close by. This is right above the house. this is St. Joe's High School. It's a Catholic school, but they've got all these baseball diamonds here and stuff.
School grounds, yeah.
They got a playground here.
Football field, yep.
In the backyard, they have walkways all the way through and around here. That's Lake Margaret right up here. And this is just, I don't know what this is, just another little pond, I guess. So
Retention pond of some kind, right?
yeah. So yeah. Trying to think of what you got here. Yeah. Yeah. But look at the backyard. It looks like crap right there. It's a wonder they didn't put a fence up back at the back, right?
Yeah, security fence.
Yeah, or something. Just yeah. I think it would have looked better in the backyard. They would have had a fence up.
Well, if it were summertime, it would look better because you'd have leaves and tree and.
Yeah, but
In fact, you might even be able to add that, but that would be false advertising.
yeah, yeah, but you can see this. He won't use this picture, but anyways, but look how well. Could look at all the scrub and the trees right here.
Yeah,
And this is should be the fence line right here at the bottom, right? It was just I could see they go right up the vines and everything, right? So it was hard to get in close to get pictures because it's everything. See the tree branches here hanging over. Oh, it was tough trying to get in there. I mean, it'd be nice and shady in the summertime, But anyway, so. What was that a minute ago? I was going to show you something else too. It was picture. Was that where it was? And I got those pictures. Okay. Ice wall. There you go. This is down in Port Bruce, by where the geese were. Look at all the ice on this little ice, kind of a breaker wall. Hey, Paul, you see the ice here?
Yep.
All on the breaker wall there.
That's a steel wall, right? Because I can see the
you can just
to it.
Yeah, it's steel wall, but just all the ice and water splashing up on it, and freezing, right? So.
Well, it looks like you got a lot of good pictures. The guy should be happy with that.
Yeah, I think so. Hopefully. Well, it's funny because I knocked on the door when I first got there just to let him know I was there, right? Because see, he wants to make sure there's no vehicles in the driveway and all that, but they were in the garage. But I just wanted to let him know because in case you see somebody strange walking around the backyard and stuff, right? So, anyways, they oh, you're the guy that's doing it. Okay. He tells me you do awesome pictures. Well, we're gonna try our darndest.
That's it. You gotta give it a shot.
And the funny thing is, I didn't do a lot of editing on those pictures, so wasn't a lot to edit. They really turned out really good today. Yeah, so I got her snowblower started. Took a little bit to get it going, prime it up, and probably, but anyway, so it took me about 10 minutes to get it going. So, anyways, they let it run for about half an hour and shut it off. It fired right up, so I shut it off again, and I did all the other stuff. Come back out, and I just because she had the electric starter hooked up to it, but this time there wasn't, and it was a second pull away it went. So she should be good to go now. That was after it sat for a while and cooled down again. So, and I did some drywalling mud for her. And we moved the couch too. So, but shit, I was doing pictures at noon and was leaving her house at 2:30. So, in a 20-minute drive just to get to her house.
So what did the kids do while you were gone? Anything?
No, they seemed pretty quiet. Come home, nothing out of the ordinary. Now, my sister made supper for me again.
All right.
Liver and onions. Well,
Oh.
Jesus Christ, the dogs are going ballistic. I want some. I want some. They can smell it, eh? When it's cooked,
Yeah,
heating
sure.
it up. So yeah, they got one big chunk there. I cut it all up into small pieces and put it with their dog food. And they just chowed down on it. Even Gracie was barking like crazy because she knew she was getting some. And speak of the devil, there's Gracie. Ugh. You coming up? Okay. Yeah, you little shit.
She's looking for dad.
Oh yeah, yeah. She's looking up here to see if there's any food left. She, oh, where'd you go, there? No, I guess you just brought me a ball. Yeah, I was gonna fly down Port Bruce, but there were so many people around. I just went, holy crap, man! I don't think it better because they were even out run by the lighthouse and because this one out there is not very far out. The one at Port Stanley is a lot farther out, eh? And they got
Sure.
the pier closed off right now with gates, so you can't get out there. But the one in Port Bruce is not very far out there, maybe 100, 150 feet. And but anyways, there were so many people around. I just oh hell with that. And the wind was starting to pick up a little bit. But have you looked at the radar lately?
No, I haven't.
Oh, I think we're gonna get dumped on.
Really?
Yeah, especially I am, anyways. I don't know about you, but
Let me take a look.
yeah, Saturday, those guys are on tonight, the Sunday night guy,
Yep. Yeah.
But yeah, they'll be a while before anybody comes around, I imagine. It's just on the other side of Lake Erie, just right at Cleveland right now. I figured between 7 and 8 o'clock we're gonna start getting hit. So I don't know whether to go put that cover on the windshield or just it's only snow, but
Well,
I don't know.
I'm going to screen share what I'm looking at.
Mm. Okay.
Okay. If you see it, Paul,
Yeah, see, we're just
see it kind of hugs the shoreline here.
yeah. See, I'm just below London, but look at it coming right up. Look
Yeah.
like it might miss you altogether, Paul.
Yeah, it might just
Yeah.
not be an issue for me, although it's radiating from down here.
Oh yeah, like it's got a long ways to go yet, but see, you got that one coming in from the west too, eh?
Yeah, a little bit of a cold front. Yep.
Yeah, coming in. So like
But if you watch it, I'll stop it here. Show the menu. Okay, I'll stop it at 11 o'clock. And then move it forward a little bit. See how
Yep.
like it's bending, see it?
Yep.
So I'm thinking it's just gonna go up like this.
Yeah. See, mine I could do darker. I can. See mine. I'm looking at. See, this is coming up, right? You're right there, so
Yeah.
I don't know. See, right, that's 7:30, 8 o'clock right there. I'm covered, but the worst is just a little bit to the east of me. But then there's, if you look down below there over Toledo, it's a really dark spot.
Yeah,
But
see, it
right
looks
there,
like it does hit me on your map,
yeah,
on your
Yeah.
forecast. Yeah.
yeah. So it just, yeah. Okay. Well, you sit still, you little shit. Yeah.
She's looking for her daddy.
Yeah, she just can't get comfortable here or something. I don't know. You don't have to go outside, do you? No.
Well, we got somebody is watching.
Yeah.
It says 4
Well.
people watching now. Where's Vader?
He just ran after a ball I just threw. Oh, he's back. Yeah, he's back. You see the tail down here waggling down.
Yep.
It's a blanket right there, right? So Vader, where's your ball? Yeah, you got a ball? Yeah.
I don't know what I'd do without my pupper.
Oh yeah, yeah. I guess my sister went and had spent time with Bonnie this afternoon, but she said she slept most of the time she was there. So
Oh, really?
yeah, uh, yeah, it's kind of hit and miss, right? She has her good days and her bad days, and
Oh, yeah. Well, it's sad, Paul. I'm sorry you have to go through this, but
yeah,
it is what it is, right?
yeah. I'll probably what I'll leave here around 12:30, quarter to one. Then I can be at her room, go through all the COVID crap, be at a room around 1 o'clock or shortly after, and then I can stay till about quarter after two, right?
Yeah.
That's about the best time because I don't want to go at night because I know it's just a waste of time. So,
Oh, I imagine she gets tuckered out early,
yeah, yeah, right, especially after having supper, I guess. So,
right?
God, the liver and onions working already. Is that? Give me your ball. Bring it here. Give me a ball. Give me a ball. Nope. It was funny last night. He had the ball up in the bed last night, playing with it. Gracie wasn't even least bit interested. She was just laying on top of me, getting some love in there. And then all of a sudden I grabbed it and started playing with it like that. And then Gracie just perked right up. Hey, that's my turn. She was in there like a dirty shirt. They were fighting over the ball. But the funny thing was that Gracie get a hold of the ball and Vader take the ball from her. Hey, he ain't taking my ball. He's a tough little bugger. But he's a little instigator too, the little bugger. He can get Gracie going. So,
Now, do they look after each other?
oh yeah, they're close to each other. But it's funny because like Gracie goes outside more than Vader does.
Uh-huh.
So then Gracie goes to go. She barks. She wants to go outside. Then I go to open the back door. She turns around and sitting there waiting for Vader to come because she don't want to go out without him. So then I'm like, come on, get out here. But she's waiting for Vader to go out with her. She don't want to go out by herself.
He likes
So
to be together.
yeah, well, I think they bonded tighter together.
Oh,
See
look
him
at
down.
yeah.
He's sitting up on his back legs.
Yeah, Vader.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah. Yeah.
Lynn was spending the day in her basement. She was doing laundry. Was doing drapes and all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah. I got a couple blankets that need to be washed, but I'll be right back, Paul.
Okay. Well, we're here, just kind of hanging. Anybody have any suggestions? Just type in the chat things you'd like to talk about or things of interest. I did go out and get 4 ships today, and it was cold. Hey, there comes Mr. Dart, Curtis. Hey, Curtis, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Good.
Are you live?
Yep, we are live.
Let me go over here and get this thing on so I can follow along.
Well, we've only got 3 people watching.
3 is better than none.
Exactly. And nobody has typed in the chat yet. So,
Ta-da, there we are.
yeah.
We're live. Can you hear me and everything?
Yep, everything sounds good. Looks good. Yeah, I went out and got 3 ships this afternoon. Oh my gosh.
I watched, I believe it was the last one you just did. Holy moly.
Yep.
That's cold.
Oh yeah, and there was one right behind it. Here, I'll give you a little preview. I got to do this one yet.
Hold on one second. Let me get over here to the show
Okay.
so if anybody does start saying something.
Everything sounds good. Look.
Mute that.
Hey, Curtis.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Oh, Yeah, Paul, when I flew there around noon hour, my
Yeah.
fingers were cold, but they weren't biting
Oh,
cold.
yeah, yep.
It wasn't as bad.
Get my glasses so I can read.
There's nothing there to read right now. Nobody's on.
Well, cool. I'll show you guys some stuff I'm working on.
Hey, whoa, okay, let's fire this thing up.
You guys see this?
Yep. No, wow. Yeah.
That is cool. Wow, look at those graphics, Paul.
Wow. That's amazing.
So I haven't quite got it all dialed in. I'm just kind of playing around with it. It's not. If you look over here, can you see where my cursor is?
Yeah,
Yeah. See,
Yep.
it's not playing in real time. It's loading it all into memory right now, and that's why it's going so slow.
Oh, yeah.
This is actually Berlin right here.
Oh, is it?
oh, really?
Oh, okay.
It's Berlin currently. It's not Berlin in World War II.
Yeah. Well, I see they got Google Earth there. So,
Have you guys played with Google Earth Studio yet?
no, I didn't know you could.
So there's a new app that's out. You have to. It's very similar to Google Earth, and of course, it's put on by the same folks. Look at this. All these people are going to be missing this stuff now.
Oh, yeah. No
All right, hang on
kidding.
1 second. I can kind of play it a little bit real time now.
Okay.
Oh, look at there.
I was going to actually add, I thought Lynn might have a little bit of input on this because I'm not even sure what kind of formation B-17s would fly. I haven't even looked it up.
I'm gonna call her and tell her to get her butt over here.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Was those B-29s or?
No, it's a 3D model of a B-17. And I have several instances of it. Oh, turn that off and that back on. So hang on, I can show you here. You guys see that?
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's that's basically what it is. And then I've made a few more instances
Oh, okay.
and just placed them around the scene. Let me turn them
Curtis
all
is
back
live
on.
on my channel and he was asking about you.
So this is just done in layers, right?
Bye.
On layers,
Yeah.
um,
Or no?
no.
Okay.
It's multiple pieces of software that integrate within each other. So this
Okay.
is my basic scene setup right here.
Yeah.
And this is kind of the basic formation that I had them flying. I figured they would be slightly different altitudes because they don't want to drop bombs on each other.
Right.
I figured the rear one would be higher than the one in front as opposed to being below. But that's all, I have no real expertise on this stuff. So I thought maybe Lynn might have a little bit of info that she could share.
Uh,
And then I go over here to After
She'll be here-
Effects.
She'll be here in 5 minutes, Curtis.
Cool. So I go over here to After Effects and we have different ways that we can lay this out. For instance, I can do just a point and I can take this down to 1. This is actually like a particle thing. Come on, work for me. Now it's going to freeze up. A couple more. Now it's froze. Yeah, that's what it's afraid of. I got
Probably because it's loading, huh?
no, should be doing just fine. I think my computer's maxing out. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Oh, there we
so
go.
what? Oh, there you go.
What was your question?
Well, okay. What program are you using here?
So what you're looking at right now is After Effects, and I have a 3D program that I basically am importing everything that's in that program into After Effects.
Oh, okay.
So this is you're right. This is similar to layers. This is my airplane layer right here.
Yeah.
And then I guess I should start from the very beginning and show you guys how to do all this.
Yeah. You look like you got several layers there. Yeah. Yeah.
So this right here is my footage. And this right here is my digital camera. And the camera creates the 3D space. So for instance, let me see, best way to do this would be, trying to figure out the best way to show you guys this stuff. So here's a piece of text right here. Let me rotate it. And I'll just move it over into place. So this is flat text. Let's scale it down. I create 3D tracking points in Google Earth Studio. And then as you play through it, it actually creates points for you to attach objects in a 3D space.
Wow. That's way over my head. I feel like I jumped into the deep end of the pool and I'm 2 years old.
Okay. So we'll go back to
Hey,
the,
Robert Grazer, hi.
we'll go back to these over here. That'll make it a lot simpler. So these are, you remember I had the other program where I had these, just these bombers right here. Well, I can increase those. If you think of them as a particle, a single particle, I know there's 4 of them there, but if you think of it as one thing, then we have this thing particle count over here. I've made it 10, but right now they're on a point. I can make them a grid, or I can make them, put them on a plane. I can put them in a sphere.
Wow.
I can put them in a ring. But for this particular instance, I think a 3D grid is kind of the
Yeah.
way to go. And then what I can do is I can scale the grid any way that I want to. I can make them all fly right on top of each other, which would be absolutely stupid.
Yeah.
I can make them go close to the camera or further away from the camera. But yeah, when I got the email from Paul, I was just now starting to kind of play with this, figure out what the best look was.
Well, that's
Another
cool.
little interesting thing for you, all those props that are turning, that is not, are you guys familiar with keyframing?
Huh.
Not,
Oh
okay.
yeah. Yep.
Well, anyway, I don't keyframe anything. I use expressions. So it's a mathematical equation, time times 1000, and they will turn to the right. And I have the 2 on the, I'm sorry, let me reverse everything. I'm facing this way. So the 2 on the left are turning this direction. So that's
Yeah.
times 1000. Now the time is represented by this time line. So 1000 revolutions from here to here. Then the props on the other side are times minus, oh, I got 1500. Hold on, let me correct that. I'm glad I caught it. So that's 0. And that's minus. So that way, if you look close, now they're both turning inward towards each other.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
So you just reverse the time. Did that make
Okay.
sense, Paul?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
I get the concept you're doing it, but I don't, all those lines and all those boxes and everything that I'd be putting a gun to my head, you know?
Hey, Lynn's here.
Minnie,
Hey, Len.
you better come in with your voice because you know, yeah,
Yeah,
Curtis has some questions for you.
I got some Air Force questions.
Yes.
Even with that one you got right there now, is that a formation that you looked up and found, or you just did it that way?
No, I just, so what I did is I made a 3D model of this plane, and I put it in I put it in this 3D space here so that I can orbit around it. And then
Yeah.
I started making copies of it,
Okay.
or instances as we call them.
Yep.
So anyway, these 3 right here are these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just moved them around in different space. I can put them anywhere I want to put them.
Okay.
I can move them around, move them up or down.
Okay.
back, forward, whatever. But I was looking at it thinking, well, I've always seen him kind of do this 3 in a row kind of formation, right? And it always seems like one is a little bit lower. And I figured if there was a tailing one, he didn't want to be underneath this one, because if he drops his bombs, they're going to be falling backwards and he'd be flying into them. So that kind of made sense that he was above this one. And then I just put one extra for over here. I wasn't sure what to do with that.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I'm here.
Okay, Lenny.
Okay, Lynn, I have a question about World War II aircraft.
Well, I'm not smart on that. My dad would have been, but not me.
Oh, okay. Well,
You
you might know
understand
something.
aircraft, though.
Yes, I understand aircraft, but rotary wing is my field. Not fixed wing.
Okay.
But you flew jets.
It's not the same.
Yeah.
So actually, it would be. My question is about flying formations.
Okay,
Can you see the screen that we're doing?
yes,
Okay, so does this look like a regular formation for B-52s? My thought was that you would, I've always seen like 3 at an angle, and it always seems like one's a little bit lower than the others.
uh-huh,
And then the one in the back, I elevated above the one in the front, because as he drops his bombs, he doesn't
Yes.
want to run into them. So that made sense for that one. And then this one
Right.
over here, I just put an extra one over here. Does that look like a normal formation?
yes, but I think that where you've got the 3 over on the left side, they're a
Uh-huh.
little too close. They're a little too close.
Okay, so we're gonna go over here to the main scene. And then we'll
But you
play
gotta
this.
remember, there's backwash even up there.
Right, right.
You don't want to be flying through somebody else's backwash.
Yeah.
That's the
So-
reason they were staggered, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you're thinking they
Because
should be,
it affects your control.
so they should be even further apart is what you're saying, something like,
Yes.
Uh,
the only problem is that puts a big split in the middle of the line. How do I? fix
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Well, what she's thinking is, and I'm not speaking for you, Lynn, but I think I'm on your wavelength, is the plane should be further apart.
From
Yes.
each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
From each other because there's backwash. And I mean, it's hard enough to deal with Mother Nature's, wind shears and such, but you don't need to have to fly through, somebody else's backwash.
Yeah.
So let me do an above view here. Top.
This is neat.
Oh, isn't that cool? Yeah.
Yes.
So now.
No.
Can you see this, Lynn? Everything
Yes.
clear? Okay, so let's start off with, this is our lead plane. We're just gonna center it right here, maybe move it forward just a little bit.
That looks good.
Okay, now the next one is this one right here off. Where should he be?
You can move him just a little bit over
Move in a little bit.
right there. Yeah, I wasn't
Okay.
going farther than that.
Okay,
But the
and-
one over on that far rear, oh, he's fine. That one's
Cool.
fine. That one needs to go to nope, the other way. There you go. Now back.
And back a little bit, kind of like the
Yep.
same distance,
There you
right?
go. There you go.
Mm.
You want to have enough, room in between them. And not only that, you're going to have to remember altitude's going to be different for each one of them.
right. So this is, as I was explaining earlier, in this 3D program, I'm duplicating this scene multiple times. That's why when I go over here to this scene, you'll see a whole lot of them.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So it is actually, if I go here to point,
It looks like there's different flights there.
right? So this is actually what's there. I'm just creating other iterations or other instances, as we call it. So this is all
Uh-huh.
that's really there. But then when I turn it on to, let me stop that. When I turn it on to my 3D grid, then I add everybody in.
Yeah.
Well, the prop wash you're talking about, Lynn, it spreads out as it comes back, right?
Yes. Sure does. And then you got to also deal with the wind shears. So, it's a balancing act.
Hmm.
It's definitely a balancing act.
Well, this is kind of something I was playing around with. I don't really have
I
a,
think it looks good.
Cool.
I don't have an outlet for it just yet.
Hey, Lynn,
say
and
yes.
that is a Google picture of Berlin.
Wow.
Yeah, I can show you guys how I did that real quick. Let me stop this share and then start up Google Earth Studio. And then I'll show you guys how to do this.
Hello, Mike Rennick is
Cool.
here.
Oh, Mike. Hey, Mike, how's it going?
Hi, Mike.
So what you do to, this would be a nice little tutorial for you guys. And this would be a great, well, not so much for Paul, but for folks, because everybody knows where Paul is. Paul doesn't go to different places. But if you've ever wanted to do like an Earth zoom where you're in outer space and you want to shoot down to the location of where you are, you can use Google Earth Studio to do that. In fact, I can give you an example. We can do that.
Yeah, Curtis told us that there is a Google Earth Studio, which Paul and I didn't know.
I don't
Oh.
either because I use Google Earth, but I've never heard of Google Earth
A
Studio.
lot of people have not heard about this, and it's not available to the general public. So what you do is
Oh,
you go to Google, type in Google Earth Studio, and you apply to use Google Earth Studio.
Oh,
And they will send you a link and it will load into your browser. It does rendering all through your computer, so it's based on how strong your computer is.
yeah.
But we're gonna do a zoom to effect. So let's do a zoom to here.
Hey, Curtis,
Yes, sir.
I just happened to do a quick scan thing on Google. You might want to check out that link. I don't know if it'll help you any or not, but
What's that?
it's the biggest bomber formation ever, 50 plus B-17 flying portraits. But it's a game, but I don't know if it's got anything to do with that or not.
B-17s are nothing like B-52s.
Yeah.
Let's do the Google Studio first, because I think more people
Okay.
will get more use out of
Yeah.
that. So what we're going to do is the zoom to effect. Start that up. And let's see. What's a good place? Where's those ships at?
What?
Your ships?
My
Where?
ships are in Port Huron.
Okay, so
Port Huron, Michigan, just northeast of Detroit.
so that's HE
Huron, Port, P-O-R-T, Huron.
Port Huron, Michigan.
Yep.
Okay, so what we want to do is kind of pick a spot, and I think I recognize this over here.
We have just one small airport here, the county airport.
Okay, so
All
We
the
got
big ones are
that.
south of us.
then we go next. We want our starting altitude, so we don't want to go that far out.
You're not screen sharing, you know that, right?
Oh no, I did not know that.
Because you're talking to yourself and
No.
Okay.
All right, let me start a
Okay.
file. New blank project. So anyway, this is Google Earth Studio. You guys see this, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so go over here to file, a new zoom to.
Yeah.
We want to pick down here. You want to pick where you want to go, and here's Port Huron. And then you want to figure out how far down you want to zoom. So here's Paul's bridge. Am I correct, Paul?
The Twin
Yes.
Bridges, yep.
All right, then you just go to next, and you want to pick your starting altitude. So let's start from right about here. And then there's your
That's
video.
cool.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Wow.
So you can say, hey, I'm at Port Huron today, you know, and then it saves it all on a timeline. Now you can adjust this around. Let me move this so I can get to my different stuff here. And these are all the controls that you have. So you have longitude, latitude, altitude, your tilt and pan. We can pan around a little bit so that
Wow.
it spins into place.
I always knew he'd come on.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's one of the things that you can do with it. Now you can also we got a few extra frames here, so we can go to the very end and use our mouse wheel. Whoops, go down to the very end, and we can
You can tilt it down.
Yeah, you can rotate right into place. So now,
Oh, shoot, that is awesome.
Yeah.
Woo!
so now you're going here, zoom
And you
down
know what?
two,
That's an
it'll
old
slow
Google
down,
picture
and then it kind of
because the
rotates
cover's
into
still-
place.
That's an old Google because the cover's still on the one span of the bridge for painting.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Right over here.
But none of that's on there now. See it
Yeah.
over to the left?
See the
Yeah.
left, the cover on it, that's a paint cover.
That's all gone. That's what they do when they paint it. They start at one end, go all the way to the other, then come back all the way to the other. They do that
That's-
constantly.
Because they're spray painting.
Right. They're
Yeah.
trying to maintain, what do they call that? Eco-friendly, whatever. They don't want to
Yes.
drop any of that paint into the water.
Yep.
So essentially that's how you would do a earth zoom. Now, from there, you would go over here to render. And then let me move this out of the way so everybody can see it. And then you want to render out an image sequence. You can do a video, but they only allow you to do a certain amount of videos per day. So you're actually should do an image sequence because then it does it on your computer. If you're rendering a video over there, that's another story.
The red
Um,
roof on the Coast Guard base really shows up.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
We can go back.
Huh.
Play with that a little bit more.
Yeah.
You can also go over here to edit and go
Yeah.
to project settings.
Yeah.
And right now we have 150 frames. We could make this, where did it go? Project settings. We can go to 300 frames. So now that gives us some extra room here to play around with some other stuff. And you guys said the Coast Guard station?
That was down,
Right.
had the red roof.
Yeah, right at the edge of the lake right there.
Yep.
Over there at the
Just
point,
past the bridge.
Yep.
right
Right
there.
here?
Yeah.
That's Coast Guard station.
Yeah, and that's the oldest lighthouse on the Great Lakes. Built
Yeah.
in 18, what, 12 or,
Yeah, and
So
that little,
do you guys see this frame right here?
yeah,
Yeah.
So this is what would actually render. So you want to frame it so that you can actually render it. So what we
see
can do
that
is we can-
lagoon right there, that harbor?
Mhm.
My brother designed that.
Oh, cool.
He's an engineer. He said he froze his ass off on a little boat out there taking measurements and everything. He said he was cold as hell.
Yeah, Curtis, on that last link I put in there is all what they call a combat box. So it's all the combat formations that they used.
That would help him out.
yeah.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
the formations are different for each of the aircraft.
yeah,
They're all different.
yeah. Because there's bomb groups, formation, pattern bombing, the
Scout,
flank fortress, German, all the different ones, right? So in that last link there, it shows you all the different patterns they had.
So here's what we got so far in our animation that we just been playing around with for a few
Yeah,
minutes.
yeah.
Actually, I think what we ought to do is take this out, these keyframes,
Yeah.
see what that does.
Hello, Quentin Henriksen.
And JD, Bob Glazier.
Quentin says the ships have gone to sleep for the winter. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
there's still some more coming though. I sent you the thing in Messenger, Paul.
did ya? Okay.
Yeah, they kept the locks open. There's been some delays.
So there you go, Paul.
Isn't that ever, that is really awesome.
That's cool. But that's
Wow.
why you're the wizard.
Yeah,
Here we go with the wizard thing again.
You're the wizard. Yep.
yeah.
It's just kind of fun to play with. That's really all it is.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
Let me move this out
That's
of the way.
cool.
Google Earth
The
Studio.
detail is awesome.
Yeah.
So we've got that. Now we can go to a new blank project. We don't want to save that. Let's do, so we can change things around. Let's do 1,000 frames. Start. And all I wanted to do, so one thing I've been kind of getting into lately is a wide screen.
Yeah.
So let's type in, New York. Wait, you know what? Actually, I got something else I can show you guys.
Okay.
I've got some stuff I've made that you might get a kick out of. Let me go find it real quick here.
Okay.
So anyways, it's really cool what you're doing. Are you doing that for a reason with the bombers, or is it a project, or
Nope, just fun.
just fun? Okay. I'm just curious.
That's what the wizard minds do. for their free time. What I do is I pet the dog, take a nap.
No, you feed the dog all the time.
No.
Yeah.
You guys talk amongst yourself. I gotta find something here real quick.
Okay.
Yep, no problem. But see, the thing I was looking at here on this here, it's got, like the bomber formations.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, all the different ones. Depends on how many bombers they had, right?
Right.
But yeah, like here, look at this. It spreads out quite a ways there.
Right. Because you can see the wash from that one over on the right hand side. See where the wing, it shows how much. Then
Yep.
what it lines up with the next tip of the one
Yeah.
above it.
Yeah,
You want to keep the space.
You
Yeah.
got to keep that space.
yeah. So that was just one I was looking at. Yeah.
That's really neat.
That is cool.
Yeah.
But that's why he's the wizard.
Oh, I believe it.
Okay, so this is, let me share my screen again. I had the idea to do and this is why I was talking about widescreen too. I had the idea to do something along the lines of a zombie film that takes place in the future. And my idea was that everybody's gone from above the earth, but we're sending out these rescue parties or search parties to see if we can find people. And like anything else that happens in the zombie world, people don't just immediately try to escape underground. There's graffiti and stuff like that. So I made kind of a little bit of an intro with this, this 3D looking drone. It's actually got a pilot seat in there. There's a pilot in the front of this thing. So anyway,
Okay.
this is Boston, and be sure and check out the signs because there's like graffiti on the signs as he passes by it. Here it goes.
Okay, cool.
It says, "Welcome to Boston," and then I tracked that sign. I put zombies on it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah. Oh.
That's the wizard.
But everything looks kind of destroyed, so I thought it was pretty cool. And then, of course, you got to have birds feeding on zombies, so I have birds flying by here in a second. And then I've got this sign here. It says lockdown day 675.
5. Yeah.
It's the little things. It's the little things.
Yeah.
Right. And then a
They catch-
welcome
they
to
catch your eye.
Boston sign. Zombie alert, level 4. Please do not feed the zombies.
Yeah.
But yeah, the concept was this guy's kind of just flying around looking for life or whatever.
Yeah.
Looking for regular people.
Yeah, finding it, trying to figure out where they're hiding out at so they can help them get out. I have no idea what the storyline is. I needed something to play with, and everything kind of looks destroyed on Google Earth when you get down this close to it. From above, everything looks cool. It looks fine. But as soon as you get down amongst the textures and the 3D mesh, a lot of it's pretty much broken up. So yeah, I just made tracking points in Google Earth and then added this little drone.
Oh,
in
look
there.
at how the shadow followed it.
Oh yeah.
So I said it's the details,
Yep.
the little things that you really notice.
So we'll cut from this scene and go to a scene in Seattle. He's flying through. This is now the waterfront in Seattle.
So because it's based on Google Earth, you can look at anywhere in the world, right?
So Google Earth Studio is a little bit different. Not everything is there. For instance, I did some stuff with the Grand Canyon, and only 10 miles of the Grand Canyon is made up
Okay.
of the high quality textures. Now the rest of it's there, but the quality of the texture, basically not the mesh, but what you're seeing, is not that good.
What about European cities like Venice, Italy, or
We can go look.
that's Lynn's favorite city.
Here's anybody know what this is? This rock formation?
That's the from the movie, isn't it? The High Tower.
No,
Isn't it
Everybody,
Tower?
everybody in America should know this place.
Mount Rushmore.
Yep.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, there's, okay.
See, the textures on this are not that good.
Yeah, yeah.
Still better than
And here's something a lot of people don't know. Hey, what's going on? Hanging with JD?
Hi,
AZ Drone
JD.
Dude, Robert. Did you guys know that there's a spot behind the heads?
Yes.
Little secret area back here.
Yep.
Oh, I
What
never
is
knew
that?
that.
a
Oh,
bunker or what?
So
The
I think it-
workers.
for workers to get in, there's
Yeah.
always been speculation that it was like some secret missile silo launch
No.
place, but it's
It's
not.
for the workers.
Come on, Lynn, let's keep it going.
Oh,
How about-
okay.
how about Area 51?
Area
That's-
51 is totally flat. There is no geometry whatsoever at Area 51. I've already looked.
Oh, yeah, yeah, okay,
That's because everything's under the ground.
yeah.
So let's see, there's some more stuff on this too. So here's Grand Canyon.
Oh, wow.
The difference in height is just unbelievable.
Yep.
All the different layers.
Hey, for everybody that's watching in the chat, I flew this with my drone. I'm flying my drone over the Grand Canyon.
This is
And nobody
live.
said nobody
No.
said anything to me. I figured it was okay. I didn't see it in the app that I couldn't fly or anything.
Good evening, AZ. Welcome,
You
Bill.
did a great job.
So how would they get that on there anyways? Like, to get that actual footage?
Satellite cameras.
Or
Yeah.
is it camera or like a helicopter?
Computer takes satellite photos and makes it into a video, right?
Yep.
Huh.
Well, I make it into a video. They make it into a 3D mesh and then apply the
The
textures.
filters and layers.
Yeah, they apply all that stuff. And then they have like one or two guys in all of Google that go through and fix all the little things that are wrong. But
The
that's
things
just
that people are really going to notice.
right. So, but it's one or two guys, so they don't have a lot of time to go through and fix everything,
Wow.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah, there's only a 10-mile stretch of the Grand Canyon that they actually fixed up so that it looks like this. The rest of it's kind of just a blob mesh. I mean, the details there, but not this kind of detail.
And the filters also change the colors too.
Well, that's me doing color correction in Premiere Pro.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing the color in this.
Okay.
You can also
Huh.
do the different times of day, and I can show you guys that here in just a second.
Yeah, and the sun's on different parts of the canyon.
And it has the stars and everything else that's
Yeah.
in there. All right, so let's stop sharing this.
Okay, cool.
Turn that off. If you guys get bored with this, let me know. I'll
No,
just-
Oh,
no, you're
no.
doing fine.
I liked it.
Yeah, it's kind of cool, actually.
Okay, so let me go back over here and share this. All right, so we're back here. We're gonna go look up let's go look up Grand Canyon.
No.
What we had together,
So see, this is kind of the texture you normally get. It's kind of bland.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So you add the color.
Well, no, there's parts of it. It depends on what part they're working on. Like this looks pretty nice right here.
Yeah.
See, as you get in there, start. That's
You
kind of
see
a
all
wall
the-
looking road there.
That doesn't look bad though, does it? You know, for being a satellite renditions.
Yep.
Wow.
Now that's in Google Studio, right?
Google Earth Studio. Yep.
But you have to be approved to use that.
Yeah, and they will
Okay.
approve you. It's not that you won't get it. They'll ask you, what do you want to use it for? And there are certain limitations on what you can do. You always have to have that little Google Earth Studio thing at the bottom on whatever you do.
Yeah.
You can color correct it though. You can add special effects. You can put text in there. Oh, what I was telling you earlier about time of day. So you can add stuff in here like your camera target, field of view, time of day.
Clouds, ocean. Wow.
And then you go down here to time of day. Go the other way.
So it darkens it up.
Well, not only that, but
Oh, the sky.
You can get a sunset or a sunrise. Whoa.
Oh, that's cool.
and I'm just
No, Phantom, you can't use them in your real estate
Yeah.
advertisements.
actually, yes, you can, Phantom.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can use it. You can use it as long as you don't claim that it's yours and that you give them the proper
Give them credit, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna be moving houses to the Grand Canyon, you tell him that.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody go to buy a house. Hey, where the hell did the canyon go? When they show up for it, right?
Yep.
Where's my sun coming up at? I wanted to show you guys the sun.
I like the
Right.
stars.
Yeah, pan the other way, I think.
There's your moon.
Yeah. Goes down. Look at it.
Oh, wow.
And you can keyframe this. Is that my son? No. Where's my son? There it is.
Oh, pretty. Oh, pretty. Look
Wow.
at the changes. Look at the changes in the canyon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that's cool that it changes
So
the
we can
ground
do
too,
this.
eh? So not just in the sky.
It's all the reflections
Yeah.
based upon the height of the sun.
Yeah, because I was just looking at that new Luminar Neo, and like if you take a picture, the sky reflects on the water, but if you change the sky, will it change the water? But this new program, it does. Like you
Oh,
put
look at
clouds
that.
in, and you'll see the clouds reflected on the water.
All right. So we want to.
The stars are just unbelievable.
All right. So now here's our animation.
Wow.
I think I got it.
Mm.
Well, hang on a sec. I guess I didn't. I needed to save it. Sun's going down.
Wow. Yeah, that's why you're the wizard.
Yeah.
Everybody introduce you to the wizard. His name is Curtis
Yeah,
Dart.
yeah.
That's the wizard.
He's not up in the sky. He's under the water.
Hey, little Llama Laura's here
Hi, Laura.
in the chat.
So there you go. Nice little entrance scene. Now, one other thing you can do here is if you're confused, you've got a map style where you can put everything on there. So all the points, the north rim, all that stuff will be collected.
Oh,
there for you.
wow.
Wow.
And if you want to see something, you know, somebody took a photo. Well, I can't click it. I don't know why.
Thank you, Laura, for swatting that troll.
Yeah.
All right. So that's enough of that.
That is really impressive.
Ta-da.
Yep. Let's hear it for the wizard.
Hey.
I just play with the stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I like to do with Google Earth. I go back to Italy and go down roads that I drove on in my old neighborhood in different places. And see how things have changed.
How long did you live in Italy, Lynn?
3 years.
3 years.
That's how long I lived there.
Yeah, loved it. Best
Where-
assignment I ever had.
Where did you live, Curtis?
I lived in a little, here, I'll show you. So this is the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Oh,
Everybody's familiar with that. Let me
Yeah.
change the map style so you can see everything. Everybody's familiar with this thing. Where
Yep,
I used to live.
been up there many times.
So have I. I used to go play there as a kid. If you come over here to the coast, right down here is Marina de Pisa. This is Marina de Pisa right here. And then a little bit further down, this is, let's see if where our map style is Terrania. And this is where I lived. So these are the beaches and a little bit further down. Yeah, here's the Continental. So the Continental is the big hotel that's in that town. And then my house was right. I say my house, my parents' house, right here.
Is that Camp Darby?
Yep.
I had to go pick my car up there when I shipped it over.
Yep. Camp Darby is right out here.
Yeah, I went over there to pick up my car, and when I left, I had to drive back down to Camp Darby, and
There you go. Camp Darby
put it-
Military Base.
yep. Because I took the train down to Pisa.
This is the old PX
Yep.
right there. And there used to be a comic book store right over here. This is a little walkway area. And then this is the school, elementary school. I'd go there, then I'd go over here and buy comic books and then get on the bus and go home.
Yep, that's where I ship my car in and out of.
So you were up close to Vincenzo, or where were you?
No,
Lynn?
Vincenzo is up near me. Oh, where was I?
Yeah.
I was by Lake Garda, Desenzano. I lived in Castiglione.
Castiglione.
Yep,
Is that
it's in
north
North
or-
Central. North Central. Go up by Lake Garda. Just go north and you'll see Lake Garda. There's Mantova. Keep going north.
There's a lake, isn't it?
Yeah, there's Lake Guardia.
Like Garden.
Okay, now go back down south a little bit and you'll see Castiglione del Stilver. I lived in Castiglione. When I first got there, I lived in Desenzano.
Well,
Lived
wait,
in
a minute, let's just type
Desenzano.
this in. Can you spell it for me?
Castiglione. Castiglione. There it is, Del Silver, right there, the first one. See it? Yep,
Province
that's where I
of?
live.
Yeah.
Yep. That's where I lived.
Let's see if we can
Yep.
find Lynn's house.
I have found it on Google Earth. I lived on,
So this is what I was talking about, why not everything is 3D on Google Earth Studio, I should say.
Yeah.
I lived
Yeah.
on Brunelleschi. Yeah,
Brutal.
Brunelleschi. Yep.
Well, I have no idea where that is.
You can't put in a regular address.
Yeah, if you can give me I can put in an exact address. You give me an exact address.
Let me think for a minute. Crap, I can't remember the number, what it was via Brunelleschi.
Where is the Grinch hiding? Has he not been on? Who's the Grinch?
No idea.
Oh, Ginger she's talking about.
I was gonna say,
Oh!
what you're talking about, Ginger.
Ginger has not been on. No, he said, remember, he said he was going to. I don't know.
Yeah,
where.
yeah.
Good God, I can't remember my street address.
I had to, in all fairness, I had to call my parents to remind
Now,
me.
I
that-
lived on Brunelleschi and Jennifer went to school in Verona.
So you were
and-
there as a kid?
No, I was there as
Military.
an adult.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Military. I was stationed there. I was assigned up in Germany and attached in Italy because I was Army and my ex-spouse was Air Force. He was at Getty Air Base. So they don't have housing there, so we had to live on the economy. There's no base there. He was at a site called Getty. That's a Verona. That's the
At
arena.
Verona?
The arena in Verona.
Uh,
Yep, I've been there. That's where they celebrate. They
How you
celebrate
doing, Ron?
Hey,
Mickey
Hey,
Mouse's
Ron.
hey,
birthday.
Ron.
I bet you Ron's got some pretty cool sites we could look up as well.
Sure.
Oh yeah, I bet he does.
you're asking about the Grinch. Found him.
Where is he?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm crabby today.
You are?
Uh-oh.
No.
Uh,
That's not like you, Ron.
well, somebody poked the bear,
Uh-oh,
Uh-oh.
and
that's
Gotta
not
be-
good.
You gotta be careful what site you go on.
yeah. Why am I okay? I'm not seeing anybody at the moment. All I
Oh, we're
see.
looking at Italy.
Oh, okay, that's why.
We're
No,
on a new website that Curtis is showing us.
So this is a new tool that's come out. You have to apply to be able to use it, but it's a Google Earth Studio, and you're able to render out basically videos utilizing the imagery from Google Earth. And we were just kind of checking out some of the different locations. Ron, you got a cool place you want us to go look at?
Yeah. Go look. I don't know how well you can. Go to Buffalo, Wyoming.
Buffalo, Wyoming, US.
Yep.
Hey, Laura,
Then-
thank you very much, my dear. She's gonna tell Ginger off tomorrow when she talks to him.
You better not.
Ginger.
Yeah, that's
Yelling at my Ginger.
yes, that's Lynn's Ginger boy. That Welch Rob. She calls him Ginger. Because he's got that ginger hair, you know?
That's my little Ginger friend.
No, what happened to
Okay,
me
Ron,
today
my
is,
turn with the lays.
What happened, Ron?
well, it's just the neighbors upstairs. I can never go back to living in an apartment again. And they've been spoken to by me, at least two of our pilots, by the management staff.
Hey,
Couple upstairs, they have like 6 kids in a 3-bedroom apartment. And they let those kids jump on the furniture and on the floor and race and scream and yell. And when Ron didn't get any sleep today, he went back upstairs and they got pretty snotty with me. So guess what? Tomorrow morning at 3:45, when Ron gets up to the gym, he ain't gonna be the only one up. Trust me. Okay, see if you can find, and I think See, Paul, if you're,
Curtis has got the
oh,
help.
Curtis. Those mountains that you saw, Curtis,
There.
should be, all right, that's the interstate.
Right there's the interstate. Yeah.
Okay,
You,
Yeah,
which
that's-
direction you want me to go?
I think up through there. If I'm looking at it correctly.
So one of the things that happens is you get too close to Earth and it wants to screw up. You have to program it exact stuff.
Yeah, but this is where I
I
drive
got
the
lost.
motorcycle up through.
Did I lose the road? Oh, here's the road. Or you want me to
Can you-
follow the
Off to
road?
the left.
Yeah, are you able to tell which road it is? That looks like 16.
Here, I can, yeah, 1 second. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's six-
follow 16.
South Fork Lodge to the
Yep.
left. Low Mountain, Bighorn Peaks.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're still on 16 right here.
yeah, then it goes
Back
off
here.
to, yep. And it goes up into there, yeah. And, so yeah, that's the, oh, it's up near Sheridan too. Okay,
Powder River Pass.
yeah. I know it doesn't look it on the Google Maps, but that area is absolutely beautiful. Yeah,
Oh, actually, it does look pretty cool.
yeah, all that mountain range
Let's go
right
inside.
there. I go up through there. There's 14 also goes up through there.
Oh, what did I do? Oh, I know what I did. Get rid of these keyframes because it wants to go back to.
I saw you at Mount Rushmore earlier.
Yeah, that was a video I'd made from another one.
Oh, look, I recognize that spot. Been there a few times.
So I think this is 16 you were talking about.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, there we go. Ah, okay. Stop. Ooh, zoom right there to the left of the screen. Those canyon walls are about 1,000 feet tall.
Really?
Oh my God, it's so gorgeous going through there. Yeah, and that road is super, super windy. Yeah,
Yeah, it looks like a snake.
yeah.
So we're gonna tilt a little bit up. Our altitude down. And then let's see what it looks like at night.
See how it's turning tonight?
Oh yeah.
There's
Oh
the-
yeah. That's cool. It's only an hour or so from my house.
And we can pop up a little bit.
The little drone flying through there.
I found it. I just put the link in the chat. Was my house in Italy.
Yeah, that's the new program that a lot of people don't know about, Ron.
Oh, what's it
Google.
called?
Google Earth Studio.
So
Oh.
it's not Google Earth, it's Google Earth Studio, and you have to apply to, it's free, but you have to apply to get access to it. Man, look at those stars, Lynn.
Yeah.
You got-
Wow.
But
And
there's
Ron-
no reason, Ron, that you wouldn't be able to get that.
Yeah,
Probably not. Yeah.
I'm going to try to get it. I love to go down the roads.
So here you go, Ron. We did a little quick animation and we're gonna do the sun coming up,
Oh, cool.
I think. Wait, let me check, make sure I did it right.
Quite the program, Ron. It's impressive what you can do with it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, keyframe that. What? Darn it. We delete these.
There's the sun coming up.
Okay, move this out of the way for a second.
This is
All
where
right,
I see all the moose.
Yeah.
Oh, you see a lot of moose up there?
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah. God, I feel so stupid. Gracie went outside. So anyways, then she barked to come in. So I'm standing there like, come on, Peter, come on, let's go in the house. I'm yelling at him. You stand
Here you
behind
go,
me.
Ron.
He didn't
Here's
even go out.
your animation. This would be like morning out where you live.
Wow. That is pretty cool.
So I take it this is how they do Santa Claus when they're tracking them.
Maybe.
They can. And then here comes your sunrise.
Cool.
Although we could start at we could rotate around to a different position. Let's start here. Oh, wait, no, I got a better idea. Let's back up a little bit and get
You can
down.
also put the landmarks in there too.
Yep. So let me drop my altitude down. So we're down in the canyon.
Oh, cool.
Scoot over just a little bit.
Ooh, what was that?
Inside, I'm inside the mesh.
Inside the mountain.
Tilt up a little more. Drop our altitude down. See, that's the mesh I was telling you guys about.
Oh,
Keyframe
Oh,
that. This is what
You
this
got a
is-
few more people in the chat. Got Maddie's.
Hey, Maddie.
Justin, Laura, Mike, Arizona Street Media. Oh, what's his name? Marshall. Cool.
have
Hey,
to rename-
Marshall.
you have to rename this channel, Paul, call it, Paul Murray. Animate with
Exploration.
Curtis, Explorations, Cooking with Ron.
Yeah, there you
Cooking.
go. It's just a general with friends and different topics of
Well, it's great. That's great because it's nice to not just talk about the same
shared
thing all the time.
information.
Mhm. Wow. Look at that, eh? Wow.
I
Oh,
thought,
man.
I thought about just making some videos with this, just doing this stuff and.
Oh
putting-
no, I'm gonna fall off the earth. Oh.
Here comes your sunrise.
Here comes the sun. Da, 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 da.
All right, so let's do a new one. We'll do Lynn's address. A new Zoom 2. I don't
Yeah,
want
I put it in the chat.
in which chat?
In the regular chat.
In the regular
Mhm.
chat. So let me go grab that.
I put
There's
the link
Google.
in there. I went to Google and found it.
She put in the Google link. I don't know, because he wants to type in an exact address.
Oh, 22.
Okay, hang on one second. Let me get back here. I got too many things going. All right, so
Yeah, Ron,
I'm gonna share.
Justin wants you to message him. See, is your address so he can send you a sticker or something.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Lynn, go ahead.
22. VIA, VIA. Brunelleschi, BRUNEL.
RUNEL.
Brunelleschi right there. Brunelleschi.
That one?
No, it's not Palmero, it's Castiglione. You wanna take that out and do
BRUNELL.
SCHI. Brunelleschi, Castiglione, CASTIG. There it is,
Which one?
Right,
the
right,
first
the
one.
first one down, right
Yep,
there.
that's my house.
Okay,
That
let's
was
zoom
my
back
house.
to it. Which one is it?
It's on that side street, right there. Gotta turn it. Yeah, that right. The last one on the right.
This one right here?
It's it. No, across the street. There's 3 of them on an angle. Next one. Come down, right there. Oh, last one, right there. That's my house, the last one.
Okay, I'll center that up. And we'll.
And
get our
those
start-
trees were barely planted when we got that house. And the
do
fun
this as
part
our
is-
starting altitude.
That was we were the first ones to ever live in that house. It was brand new. Didn't even have a yard in it yet.
Does it give you a street view?
Sure does. And they've added air conditioning, and there was no air conditioning when we lived there.
So
Huh.
Ron, this would be something you might use on your videos when you're trying to show people where you are.
Yeah, just thinking about that.
So this is called the Earth Zoom. So I'll play this through. Lynn just gave me an address, and in just a couple clicks, I'm able to do this now. Are you watching?
So you do like a screen record or something.
Right down to the address that she gave me.
Yep, 22 Via Brunelleschi.
Yep.
Castiglione and Mantova.
From there, you just go to render, and then let me move this out of the way. And then
And
you
you
just
can
go,
speed up or slow it down however
oh
you
yeah,
want.
yeah, that's true. Let me go.
How many frames and
Yeah, we can go over here to project settings. I've got it 100 frames. We could do. Whoops. I got 150. I could do 500 frames, make it a little bit smoother. So now we have. And today, Ron is in where Lynn lives, in Italy.
Crap, I'd love to go there.
Castiglione.
So that's how you can start your video when you want to tell people where you are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Marcel, what's going on, man?
Marcel,
Hey, Marcel, did anybody talk to him since he went searching for a drone?
yeah, he
Yeah.
said
Uh-oh.
he didn't get it.
He didn't get it? No?
No,
Oh, man.
Sad.
This is another drone catastrophe.
Another
this
one
week.
bites the
Okay.
dust.
Yeah, Rodney Bell crashed his Saturday
Oh,
morning.
yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
But it started going wonky on him, but I think he said he took off before he did the update
Yeah.
on the home point and all that crap.
Yeah, I think we've all done that.
I don't fly until I get that, right? So
So this is too many bombers, is what you guys are saying.
But
Too close together.
yeah.
and if you draw a line from one engine to the other and figure that it's like a cone going out.
To the tip of the wingspan.
Yep.
That
But it's still
Visual that-
cool.
the visual that Phantom had
Yeah.
showed exactly how they're supposed to be in formation according to the type of aircraft.
So where was that link that you guys had? And we'll go look at that real quick.
Give me a second, mate. I'll
Yeah, just share it
okay.
if you would.
okay, just give me a minute. Save link as. Oh, no, that's not what I want. Cancel. Oh, now what's going on? It won't let me do it. Here, go. Okay, if I go here. No, it's not the one. I want to copy the link address. Cool. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll paste it again in the chat. And oh, no, it won't let me do it because that's too big a file.
Sleep
Or
tight,
something.
Laura.
Just type it in here. Put it in our chat in here,
Yeah. Okay, hang on.
or just share or just share it. Share the page.
Yeah.
Yeah, share the page, because that way it shows the distance.
I don't know.
Oh, it's a YouTube link. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it's a YouTube link.
Yeah, you don't want to get a copyright hit. Okay, we'll look at that later.
I think he put it in the private chat. Did that
Yeah,
work?
it's in the private. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. If we click on it. No, okay.
You want that?
It says, "Are you sure you want to leave YouTube?"
No, you don't want to do that.
Yeah, that's what your link says. It says, "Do you want to leave YouTube?"
Okay, I did something wrong here because it wasn't that big the first time. Okay. Actually, let me copy here. Go back to here. Okay, pull up this. Yeah, because it keep disappearing on me. Okay. Well, I got to get rid of this first for a minute here.
So Marcel's asking a question about using an underwater camera. Tapo waterproof flexible wireless endoscope Wi-Fi borescope inspection camera 2.2 megapixels for Android and iOS smartphone iPhone. Well, even if you found it, how are you going to bring it up? Would be my question.
See
Yeah,
one of those
Curtis,
frame machines.
Curtis,
the
that was
link-
fi-
Yeah. The link is in the bottom of the chat now. That's where I did the Google search, but it's got
Okay, Paul put it in the regular chat. Okay.
yeah, regular chat. If you click on it, yeah, you can go to combat box and all that kind of stuff. It'll show you like all the formations and everything.
Good spacing.
There
Yeah,
was.
Curtis, you ever go to Virginia, look up Rodney. He has a Phantom 3 in the pond or the lake right there in front of his backyard. It's been sitting in there for about 2 or 3 years, he said.
Oh, really?
I saw us pimping you out. I said, call Curtis. He'll come in there with his underwater drone and maybe find it.
So I went to combat box. It's
Hang on, I'm looking where I.
okay. Now I see it. Now I see it.
There's a whole bunch of formations.
Yeah,
whole bunch
it
on
kind of
them.
looks like well, it looks like or a triangle basically.
Well, it'll
Yeah.
tell you the type of aircraft it is, and if you look at the wingtip, how much
Yep.
room it is
Well,
between.
these are B-52 bombers or B-17s. I'm sorry, B-17 bombers. That they're prop
Yeah.
planes.
Have you got this right here? Is this
Yeah.
on the share screen? Yeah, see, this is it's got all the different ones like up here.
Yeah.
And stuff, and they're all like wingtip to wingtip here. So I don't know. Anyways, I thought it might help you. So
I'm close.
okay,
Nobody's gonna know.
nobody's gonna
Oh,
know.
the average
However you
person
do it,
wouldn't
no
know.
one's gonna know, Curtis.
Well, hang on
Well,
now.
This is the
I've,
only place it's ever going to be seen is right here on Paul's show.
Well, they I
Well,
know
it looks great.
I looked at like model railroading, but there's guys what they call rivet counters. Oh no, that one don't have enough rivets on it, right? Just some people are just
Well,
crazy.
it's just like the ratio, when I do the Christmas village, the size of the people according to the buildings, it has
Yeah.
to be perfect, And it's the same thing with railroads. You know that, Phantom.
Oh yeah, model railroad. They call them rivet counters. Yep. No, that one's only got 16 rivets. Supposed to have 17. Yeah, just get a life. It's a model railroad.
Right.
Yeah.
But you know what, Lenny, you'll find this interesting. When I worked back home, our MD Explorer 902, we had a guy come from State College, Pennsylvania. He was about 3 hours away. He made 3 trips to our hangar and brought cameras and notepads, but he made the identical replica. I have to find that picture of our helicopter, and he made a model helicopter. But one of the things he was doing was counting rivets
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
and counting the squares in the screen, the air vent screens.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's like the people that do the models like the Titanic. They want that to scale.
Yep.
And I've seen them, everything's got to be absolutely perfect.
Absolutely.
Oh, wrong thing. I just removed all the props from the planes.
Oh,
Oh.
I
shit.
see them. They're just hanging out there in the air.
Yeah, I
Well, they
know.
fell off and they're just spinning through the air.
Oh, okay.
That's funny.
That's a first. I've not seen that before.
That's still too many.
So Justin, who was it that passed away there? The funeral was for? That somebody you know or close to you or whatever?
All right, I like that. I got one flying right at me.
That's awesome. I think that looks so neat.
That is so cool though. You can
Now-
do that.
So the next question I have, I understand how props work on a drone, but do I have the props spinning the correct direction of this one?
Wouldn't know.
Okay,
I didn't do fixed wing. I did jets.
Ron,
Voodoo F-111.
Try to see which way they're spinning here.
Well, they're turning
would
towards
know.
so I got the two on the, if you look at this one right here, the two on what would be the right-hand side of the wing are spinning towards the canopy,
Yeah.
and the two on the other side are spinning the other direction towards the canopy.
In other words, they're going like this.
Yeah.
That does look right.
Yeah, Ron would know.
All right, so we'll pause this. You guys talk about some other stuff, and I'll go find some explosions. Well, they got to drop bombs, right?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
And if this gets boring for anybody, just tell me to stop.
No, it's not
Oh, no.
boring.
Hey, Paul, getting closer.
Yeah.
Less than an hour. Yeah, it's gonna be here on top of me, anyways. I think you're gonna be
It's
lucky.
gonna go to your house. It's not coming up to Paul and I.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
We getting smacked with a storm.
It's that one that's down south. There's two of them that are gonna meet right up at Phantom's house.
Yeah, right here.
Oh.
I'm there. If you go right here, see London. I'm just
Uh-huh.
below there, between there and the lake. So, and this is it's coming right up.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Oh, we are gonna get a little bit of it, but not too much.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
You're gonna get
That's all right.
smacked three ways to Texas.
Well,
I
the
got
funny-
everything I need.
But the funny thing is, we go back to school tomorrow morning. I think we're gonna have a snow day.
You think you are. You're not sure.
I won't know till about 6:30 in the morning, though.
I'm not even alive at that hour.
So Marcel is building an RC boat that will carry a Wi-Fi module above the water, attach the camera with the flexi rod down under the water at a certain height. Once I can see, I'll know where to use the net. Oh,
That'll be
How about
interesting.
how about a magnet? How about a magnet?
yeah, magnet fishing.
The problem is that it's carbon fiber, isn't it?
Well, there's some metal parts on there, isn't it?
Yeah, it'll be the motors and stuff like that. How far am I from Embro? Oh, if I drove there, probably an hour. Probably an hour there, Marcel. So, hey, Marcel, how deep do you figure the drone is? How far down is it? 'Cause
Oh, he
you
went in
said it-
water.
yeah, I think it's in the Fraser River, if I'm right, but yeah. And Team Dancer's in the house too. All right.
So I think this is the explosion I'm going to use.
Okay, I gotta see this. Oh,
Why don't you use the volcano that erupted in the South Pacific
yeah,
yesterday?
yeah, underwater. Yeah,
That was a pretty, they made a big deal about it up here in the Pacific Northwest, and we probably got just a few waves coming over the piers and stuff, maybe 3 inches, nothing, no real big deal. But when you look at the satellite view, that thing was huge.
Hmm.
That thing was huge.
I was talking to Steve Carpenter yesterday because he's down in Southern California. Was it down there, San Diego? His little town's called Dana Point, and it was getting pretty snotty down there. The waves were coming way up on shore.
Okay, there is. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Directions. Okay, no, that's not what I want. Recommended travel mode, distance, walking, airplane, flights, cool. Less than 2 meters, so it's a pit river. It gets tides there, low tide and early morning. I just kind of wondered if it went down the river too, but if you're looking there, Marcel, I got maps out here. I'm right here, St. Thomas, right here, and Embro is right here up by Woodstock. So it's about an hour drive, I think, something like that to me, because it's just west of Woodstock, and it takes me about, well, maybe a little less than an hour, but close to it anyway. So
You're close to Woodstock?
yeah, I'm not very far from it, but that's
Oh.
not Woodstock, New York, though.
Oh, okay. That's Bethel Woods, New York.
Yeah,
I've been to Woodstock.
Mm.
We used to have a cabin up in northeast Pennsylvania. And I never knew it. I went up after I left Pennsylvania, went to California. I come back to visit, went up to the cabin, and my buddy says, "Hey, you want to go to a concert tonight?" And I'm like, "Yeah, where?" He goes, "We're going to Woodstock." And I'm like, "Really?" It was an hour drive.
yeah, Marcel. If you're getting tides, that's got to be salt water too, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, be fresh water coming down the river, but if you got tides going in and out, it's going to bring salt water in.
What drone did he crash?
It was an FPV, I think.
Yeah, it was a long range FPV.
Yeah, long range FPV. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, we've all been there. I've got a Mavic 2 Pro that's less than an hour from my house, and I know right where it's at. I just can't get it.
Yeah.
Still think there's a way to snag that sucker.
Yeah. I can't see it, but according to the GPS, I know right probably within 20, 30 yards of where it's at. It's up in a tree. The question is, I tried to climb up there. I was actually on the phone with Ken Don't, the original Dobo. He was helping me getting GPS on my smart controller, because on a smart controller, you don't get Find My Drone like you do on a regular
Controller.
controller. So he was helping me on the phone, and I'm climbing. And he finally said, "Ron, is it worth going to the hospital?" Because I was describing to him what I was going through, and after an hour and a half, I'm like, "No, it's not." I probably went 50 yards in an hour and a half.
That was it, huh?
Yeah.
I would just think that there's got to be a way to grab it from the air.
I don't know. I'm pretty certain it's up in a tree.
If you have a big enough drone.
Yeah. The problem is, at the time, even the ground cover was probably 2-3 feet high. The weeds were high, and that whole canyon is full of rattlesnakes too.
Nah, it ain't worth it.
Yeah,
outta
that's what I'm. Yep. So off to Best Buy I went.
Hey,
A death wish?
I gave up on it.
Rattlesnakes? Oh, hell no.
Yep.
well, hell, never mind the mountain lions or bears or whatever. It's a snake
Yeah.
you got to worry about.
Yeah. Mountain lion bears, I just take a buddy and you bring a 22 with you. That's the only thing you need. Just shoot your buddy in the knee. That makes sure he's the slowest one out. The bear will catch him, not
Yep.
you.
Yep. You only got to be faster than the last guy.
Yep.
Don't want to go up against one of them snakes.
No,
I was looking at the Pitt River here in Vancouver, though, because it looks like it's deeper than 2 meters. That's 6 feet, unless he's way up there, a thing there. I don't know whereabouts on the Pitt River he was, but. Huh. Gotta be. I know it's British Columbia, but still it's cool out there right now. It's gotta be water. It's gotta be cold.
Oh,
Whoa.
yeah.
Cause that a lot of that water there is probably runoff from freaking all the mountains and the snow. That water's gotta be brutally cold.
oh heavens, yeah. This time of year.
I was one time up in British Columbia there, and anyways, say it was like summertime, and took your shoes off to walk across the creek, and holy mackerel, that water was cold. It was just coming off the mountains, right? Yeah. So
I learned the hard way a year plus ago what 36-degree water, how fast it'll slow you down. We got into some big lakes in Alaska and I was thrown from the boat
Mm.
and I had chest waders on. Holy crap.
Mm.
I was only in there about a minute and a half, but
Takes
Wow.
your breath away.
oh, it took more than that away.
Makes your chest hurt.
Oh,
Yeah, he
Like
went
it's
from being a
squeezing you.
man to a woman.
I did in about 2.3 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, and plus trying to swim because the current was so strong and the boat was probably got 50
And
yards
your
from
waders
me.
were full of water
Exactly.
and you're trying to swim.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Thank God I'm in half decent shape. Otherwise, the average guy would have drowned out there. That was a pretty scary experience. Yeah, we had some good 4 or 5 foot seas, and that boat just couldn't handle it. And they hit one wave and off right out of my seat. Even though I was holding on, and right out the back of the boat I went.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah.
Not good, not good.
Team
No.
Dancer said today we had a heat wave, got to 20 degrees Fahrenheit.
We're in the 30s today.
Yeah. We were close to 30 today.
I'll take
Did
that.
not go outside today, but Paul said it was cold and he went out there, what, twice, Paul, 3 times?
4 times.
4
Yeah.
times. No thanks.
Well, I went out and flew today, but it was about noon. My hands were cold, but they weren't stinging like they usually do. Like, when it's really cold out.
All right, here's where we are. In our-
Good, let's go.
in our action war film, we've so we got our formation of planes flying fairly well spaced apart, maybe not perfect.
Okay,
That's not bad. Yeah.
that looks good.
Yeah. That's better. Yeah.
And then we're going to start our bombing run, and I've got to add some shock waves and stuff like that to this.
We're gonna have any shadows of the planes on the ground?
I'm going to darken the scene down. I think I'm going to, and there's your explosions.
Oh,
Woo.
wow. Hey, that is awesome. Woohoo.
Okay, so the next thing we do is we do an adjustment layer.
That's why Curtis is known as a wizard.
Yep,
I
here
can
we go.
See that?
And on this one, we're going to do a little bit of color correction. The simple thing to do would be just do a tint, make it black and white,
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the way it would have been back then.
right?
Wow. That is awesome. Oh, amazing how you can do stuff like that.
Sure is. Impressive.
See, this is a dead space right here for me. I mean, I
Yeah.
think I need to put something else in there. I could have this explosion start earlier.
Yeah. And from above shot, you wouldn't see the bombs actually falling.
No,
But if you're on an angle, you could almost, I don't know if you could arrange to have the bombs actually falling out. Mm,
Yeah, well, I could, so in this shot, I could have them starting dropping the bombs and
Yeah.
I could put more explosions. What I think now the explosions need is a little bit of a shock wave. Okay, I'll stop that. And if you guys in the chat get bored with this, just let me know and I'll
No,
stop.
no, you're
Oh,
doing
this
great.
is
I'm
great.
just what, yeah.
Lynn, how's the puppy doing? You doing better?
he's doing fine. He's still gimping. And of course,
Yeah.
you know, he's smart. He knows before he goes out the door, he's got to wait, get his plastic bag on. When he comes back in, he stops, lets me take it off. But I have seen him put some weight on it when the squirrel was on the fence. He looked out the door and there was Mama Squirrel and off he went.
Uh-oh.
But then after he put his weight down on it, then he was really limping. But he's done with all his antibiotics. He's done with his
Yeah.
pain meds.
Yeah. Ron,
So he
this
goes
is
on
the,
the
this is as close as I got to wildlife today.
Oh, that's cool.
pretty.
Yeah. So yeah. Yeah.
Look at the ice and snow.
Yep.
And he goes back, I think it's the 25th to get his sutures out and get checked.
Yeah.
I remember a story. I was up in Lake Tahoe and with my girlfriend's mom. And I always yelled at her about leaving her garage door open all the time. I'm like, Judy, stop leaving your garage door open. Oh, everything's fine. Nobody will bother us here. And so like a day or two before, I went to the vet to help her get her, she had a Labradoodle. He was close to 100 pounds. And helped pick them up at the vet and got them home. Well, she had a gorgeous, still does, gorgeous 2-story A-frame, probably $1 to $2 million A-frame up there on the east shore of Tahoe. Anyhow, a couple days later, I pull in. Judy's got her garage door open. I'm like, damn it, Judy. Well, she's got the dog in the basement. And when you come from her upper level, you have to come down about 8 or 10 steps. There's a landing. At that landing, you can go out the front door of the house, or you can turn a sharp corner and go down like another 4 or 5 steps and come into the basement. And her basement's all, remodeled just like her upper home. Well, she had the dog, gated down there. He wasn't allowed to climb steps or run or do anything for like 2 weeks. And I pull in the driveway and it's right at like dusk, not quite dark. And I start to come into the garage. Well, in the far right-hand corner of the garage was like a regular door from the garage into the basement. But the problem was that door was spring loaded. So in other words, when you opened it, you let go, it automatically closed by itself. And I noticed that the door is partially open. I'm like, that's weird. And keep in mind, I'm like 6'1". So my vision is, not looking down. And I got just about up to the door and I heard the dog starting to bark. Next thing you know, I'm on my ass in the middle of the garage. I'm like, that damn dog. It's like, what did he do or what's he going after? Well, then the dog passed by me. I'm like, okay, what just knocked me over? Well, there was a black bear, had his head poked inside the door.
Ah.
And Judy was coming down around the steps. And if that bear would have came in a foot, that door would have closed behind it. So you can imagine the mess that she. But here that bear took off. I didn't see him. He ran into me, knocked me off balance, and I ended up on the floor. And then I looked out in the driveway and I saw two black things going down the driveway. It was the bear and the dog right behind him.
Wow.
Yeah. But I've never been knocked down by a black bear before.
You have too many close calls.
I've had my share between work and nature. One of these days, my number will be up.
When you
Shouldn't
least
say.
expect it.
Yep. Oh, it's always an adventure.
That's unbelievable. That's almost barely escaped.
Oh, man.
Well, it's
Literally.
like
Literally.
JDS. I always thought that was a joke.
Oh,
I didn't
yeah.
think
Yeah.
He was really attacked by a bear.
Yeah.
Curtis, did you see JDS's pictures of the scars on his head?
No, I didn't.
He was attacked by a bear, and he's got
Oh.
all kinds of cuts on his head and everything.
He
The
had
bear-
one laceration was a doozy.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. He's lucky.
Probably
No,
why
I
he's wired
did
so
not
tight
see
all the time.
That was a couple years ago, and he showed everybody, but Ron was talking about bear attack because you who was it that you said shot the bear with bear spray and it didn't really slow him down?
Oh, that was that guy in Montana that was attacked twice in one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Curtis,
Uh,
you have any bears around your area?
Oh, yeah.
North up in Canada, we do not down where I am. We need some. We've got wolves and foxes kind of showing up every once in a while. Way too many deer, and too many people that love the deer.
They're up in the park though, aren't they, Curtis?
I'm not sure. You're talking about
The
Olympic National
Olympics.
Park.
Oh, yeah, there's bear there.
Yeah.
How far are you from the park?
Probably about 4. Well, because I have to go around the peninsula. Probably about 4 hours.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
I mean, if you look at it on a map, it looks close, but you're driving a whole way around. It's a whole mess.
Yeah. Of course, the park is so split up too. You got Hurricane Ridge. I went down to Rialto Beach.
Mhm.
Or no, was it Rialto Beach? Something beach. It's that portion of the park where everybody goes. And then I went into the tropical rainforest portion.
Ceramides and Seraphine, they help slow my natural so I can walk faster. We gotta have each other's backs. Seraphine.
I know, hey, Ron, I know just my aunt, because she's what, 80 now? She's still riding her motorcycle. Do you ever hear of a
Oh.
place called Joshua's Tree?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where's that at? I've heard of that. Where is that?
Arizona.
No,
Ah. Okay.
that's her bike right there, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is, I don't know what this picture is, but I guess it's called Joshua's Tree or something. So,
I've heard of
Yeah,
that.
A lot
Yeah.
of that nomad tribe goes down there every year.
Yeah.
A lot of people go through there that are going to Slab City.
well, see, my aunt there, my dad's sister, but anyway, she lives in Calgary, Alberta, but she's got a motorcycle down in the States, someplace in California, at a friend of hers. So what she does, she flies down there and then gets on her bike and goes from there.
She leaves her bike down there.
Yep.
Not a bad idea.
And there's a circle down there. Havasu, Slab
Yeah,
City,
Havasu.
Joshua Tree.
Yeah.
They all
Yeah.
go around there all the time. That's where they're all at right now. Quartzsite. They're all down
Yeah.
there.
That looks like a Mercedes bike. I know she had a Moto Guzzi. I don't know if she's got it anymore or not, but she had like 3 motorcycles.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Motorcycle mama.
Oh, she is. Oh, yeah. And she got to be close to 80 now.
Well, hell, God bless her. Have her come
Oh.
up to Sturgis.
Oh,
Yeah, did she
She'd
go to
probably-
Sturgis?
she's probably been there.
I'm sure. Have her come up. I'll go riding with her.
Yeah. Okay, here, I'll share screen again. This is here, right here on the left, eh? That's my aunt
Ah,
right there. Yeah, that's my
okay.
dad's sister. Yeah. So,
Okay.
but you see all the motorcycles, she goes on rallies all the time, right?
She's probably been out to Sturgis.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
That's great. It keeps her young.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, hey, she drove down here for my 60th birthday 5 years ago from Alberta.
Wow.
Yeah.
I had a 70-some-year-old lady put me in my place about 3 years ago. I was in Sturgis and I turned around and looked, and there come this lady on a little scooter. She had a little basket on the front and little flowers, and on the back, she had these two little, I don't know, we call them baskets or cages or whatever. It had two little puppies, and she's in a sundress driving a scooter down through the middle of Sturgis. I run out in the middle of the street. I flag her down. I'm like, I've got to get a picture of you.
Yeah.
So I take her picture. I've got it on my phone, I think somewhere. But then I started teasing her. I'm like, well, ma'am, I said, if you get a bigger bike, maybe a couple tattoos and get rid of the puppies, I said, you might not stand out so much. She goes, young man, she goes, I've been coming to this rally and I live in this area most of my life. She goes, I deserve to be here. And by the way, where is your bike? And I'm like, oh, okay. I'll walk away with my tail between my legs now. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yes, she was neat. Check on my mushrooms.
A mate on Javier's yacht. Is he in trouble?
We having steak and mushrooms for dinner?
I am.
Oh, yummy.
I think they're done. Yep, they are.
You use lots of butter?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That and I'm making up my meals for the rest of the week.
Well, you
I'll
know
put
what I
everything
do is I go to McDonald's and buy 8 cheeseburgers and put them in a Ziploc bag.
he lives on cheeseburgers and breakfast bowls.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I found the shockwave we're gonna do for this.
Oh, right. Let's go watch this.
I think. I like this one, I think. I've got several here. Share. You see that?
There you
Oh.
go.
So you can just put the explosion in the middle of that, or
Yeah, I like number
So
one.
everything is layered?
yeah.
We're gonna add color and texture to this, but I need something below. I want something below the explosion.
Yeah. Oh, okay, cool.
I'm kind of
Yeah.
liking number one's too thick.
Yeah.
See, that can look a little bit like debris, so I'm thinking number 4 is it. All right, so we're gonna stop that share. We're gonna go over here and stop that. We'll go over to After Effects. All right, so I've imported that shockwave over here. And this is one of the explosions. What I can do is turn this off so we can see it a little bit better. This explosion right here, I want to have that shockwave there. So the easy way to do it is by duplicating the explosion. And then if you grab the shockwave and hold down Alt at the same time and hold it over it, it replaces it. You don't have to figure out where it is in 3D space. Then we go over here to Effect, Video Copilot, and we want Color Vibrance. And we want map on. Zoom in here a little bit so we can take a look at it.
Oh, looks good.
Well, it's green right now. We don't want green. We want more of a burnt look to it.
Yeah.
So now what we got, when we play this, oh, let me zoom out.
Still stands abandoned years ago. My ex-husband was when the scandal hit, skipped town. Building was condemned and no one would tear it down. Just sits there.
Let's come back a little bit.
Next old hideout for a fugitive.
Oh, let me
You want the explosion, then the shock wave, don't you, or what?
Yeah, yeah,
Like, yeah.
yeah. Now we can scale the shockwave up a little bit.
A cynical way of looking at life.
I want it right under it.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm the one responsible.
And you gotta remember, it's animating
Yeah.
with everything else.
Just said that you would always look out.
Now, will that same explosion go on each one of those?
So I'll do the same
Mhm.
process and just duplicate it on each one of them.
Now, do you have to manually do that or will it just do all of them?
No, I gotta manually do it.
Okay.
Won't torture everybody as we go through. But anyway,
Wow.
and this.
You're
goes-
like my brother, you know, like
This goes
comes to
nowhere.
artwork,
I'm
and
just
just
doing this
boom,
just
boom,
for the
done.
show. I'm
I
not gonna,
like it.
Hey, Bill from Newfoundland Productions. Hey, how you doing? Can't
We're
stay
learning
long,
to do
just dropping in.
explosions.
like, we could, if we could put Ron in front of a green screen with the ear things on like he's got right now, we could put him inside that one of those B-17s.
Oh, yeah, let's go, man. I'll take it for a ride.
Yeah, you just have to sit in front of a green screen. We need to come up with some dialogue or something, and we could do a war movie.
Well, I'll
I'm-
tell you what, Curtis
I
is
do the
talented
effects.
enough to
I don't
pull it
write
off.
any, I don't write any stories. I'm no good at that. I know my limitations. You guys come up with a storyline. Oh, whoops. I about hit the wrong thing. How do you close that? Oh, I see.
Pilot dies, Ron has to take over plane.
Yeah.
Yeah, the medic has to take over the plane. The pilot just got blown out of the front seat.
Or
Yeah,
everybody's killed in the cockpit and the bombardier has to fly the plane.
Ron was in the bathroom and the plane got shot up and he comes walking out and everybody's dead.
yeah. Ron West, what the hell happened? Oh shit.
Yeah.
Pilot's dead.
You're
And
the tail gunner.
Ron's looking for his parachute and his parachute was shot up too.
Yeah,
He was the tail gunner.
yeah. Ron was initially thinking, screw you guys, I'm out of here.
Yeah. I've always heard God, what was it was the Twilight Zone movie where the belly gunner the wheels wouldn't come down and they had to land on the belly gun and they couldn't get the guy out. He was stuck in there. Ron, we can't hear you.
Oh. You can't hear me?
Oh, now I
Yep.
can.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, wait, I'm watching the wrong thing here. Sorry. I'm watching YouTube and
He's watching the movie.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So what'd you say, Ron?
I remember what I said last.
Well, that's that
I was
thing about
thinking-
getting old.
Yeah, yeah,
Welcome to my club. Yes.
yeah.
Get Dave Ennis in the ball turret.
So, Ron, have you played with Neo yet?
Yeah, believe it or not, I went over to the Badlands here in North Dakota this morning. I went out. It's kind of a disappointment over there. I probably
Really?
won't go back. Yeah, it's nothing like the South Dakota Badlands. But I would. It's only like maybe an hour away. So I drove over there this morning, did some photography, and then I come back and was playing with Luminar. little more before I tried to take a nap. And, but yeah, I'm getting a little better at it. I can't wait till, so I said, some of those other features come in.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, it's
Yeah.
funny because I watched a couple videos, or about 3 of them, all about it. Where that one that you sent me, the guy was really good about it and everything else.
Yeah.
I watched the next one, but the guy was using the power line removal. It only got rid of half of it, didn't get
Yeah.
through all of them. But then I watched another one after that, and you go boop, click, they were all gone. So I don't know.
Yeah. Like that one guy, well, didn't get rid of all of them, but he used that erase tool. And that thing does a pretty neat job too. And it also erases, but helps blend in what is right around it, so you can't even tell it was there.
Yeah. Well, I used the erase tool today because one of the things I did today, I did aerials on a house today for real estate, and there's such a small backyard, I didn't have any place to hide. So a couple times I had to take myself out, but it does such a good job. Like, even the AI run. And I took my truck out in the front of the place because I was across the road and down a bit, but I didn't want to see that in the picture, right? So it works pretty good.
Yeah.
But I like you said, like there's a couple things I want to do is that power line removal and the relight the
The
scene.
relight. Uh-huh.
I'm interested in that. So I think I will get it. I think I'm just, but that other one's kind of cool for portraits there, where you can just take the subject or whatever and get a different background, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
As you can see, Curtis, he doesn't mess with the easy stuff.
No, he goes to the tough stuff.
He dives right in.
Since he's been doing it for how many years now, Curtis?
A little over 20. A little over
Yeah,
20 years.
yeah.
I'm playing with this
Yeah.
stuff. If you guys, I fill up hard drives of stuff that nobody's ever going to see.
Yeah. But I think what I need to do on my computer, and I've been negligent in it, I should create more folders. So when I go to put
Yeah.
something, I'm not forever trying to go find a stupid picture or whatever, right? And I don't know why, but I've got every drone aerial I've done, I've still got copies of them. Like, why? The house has been sold 10 years ago. I just, wow, I shouldn't say 10 years, but 2 years ago. Like, why am I even holding on to these pictures? I should just get rid of them.
Yeah.
Just taking up space, But pictures don't take up as much space as like a video or something does, right? So.
Oh, that's true.
Because I know with that Luminar, if you create like a catalog or what, that catalog thing there with all the folders and that, you could just go in there. And, like right now on some of them, like if I pull the jump drive out, it doesn't know where those pictures are anymore. Other than I have to go to that folder and then find them to play with them or do whatever, right? So I got to reorganize the way I do it, right? So.
Curtis, just out of curiosity, give me an estimate of the number of terabytes of things that you have on drives.
Who would ask me that? I have no idea, Paul. I honestly don't.
A lot.
Probably more than most counties have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd definitely say so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's somebody we haven't seen for a while. Dave Ennis, have you heard from anything?
No,
Oh, yeah.
I keep inviting him.
Yeah. When was the last time you saw him?
Oh,
I talked to him a week or so ago.
It's
Yeah.
time to check on him.
yeah.
Yeah. You have another way of getting a hold of him, Dave, or Paul?
Yeah, I
You
have.
can call him.
I got his phone number.
Yeah.
Yeah. we
Where
have his
does-
phone number.
Where does he live in reference to you guys?
He lives out
Columbia,
in
Missouri.
Columbia, Missouri. Yep.
Ooh.
Right, that's in between St. Louis and Kansas City, as you know.
Uh,
Maybe I'll give him a call, and see what's going
Yeah.
on.
yeah.
Call them while we're on. Say, hey, your buddies are online with you.
Yeah.
Where the hell you at?
Oh, here we go.
Here's some space stuff I worked on. I saw a thing where the space shuttle flies by, and I recopied that, and I thought I got to make it more interesting. So I did a little rotation where the ship flies by.
Thought you're gonna have some spaceship following him or something.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
I thought, okay, that's kind of cool, but then let's do it from a different angle.
Well, remember that space shuttle used to take a flip? Used to check the tiles on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, let me see. Dave.
JD said Dave's only about 2 hours from him. So
Good.
Yeah,
A while back, I was talking to Ron about helping out on a space thing, and I never got around to getting it finished. But I can share kind of some of the stuff I was doing.
yeah, let's see this. This is interesting.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember that.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow. Ooh.
Yeah, the idea behind this story, and I'm not a story writer, but we sent Voyager 1 and 2 out into space to deliver a message. We didn't expect to get an answer back that soon, though. So there's a message coming from Jupiter, and if you don't know it, Jupiter is a dwarf star. If you're not familiar with a dwarf star, by the way, Paul, I wrote all this music, so it's copyright free. A dwarf star is basically a sun that's just not big enough to ignite.
Yeah.
So we send a crew out there, and this is the crew that goes out there.
It looks so real.
Yes, it does.
What's really cool is they're being escorted by 2 space shuttles.
Didn't
Oh,
I send
wow.
you a picture, Curtis?
Yeah, you did. I never did get all this stuff done, though. I kind of
Wow.
ran out of ideas on this thing, and
Oh.
hey, everybody
So
say,
it's
say,
gonna be,
say hello to David.
Hey, David.
Hey, David.
Hello.
David,
Hey, David.
we're missing
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, I wonder what you're doing. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, just busy.
We're trying not to, David, an old saying of yours, we're trying not to replace you with a bucket of sand.
No problem. I'd be proud to be a bucket of sand right now.
Okay, Dave. Well, we everybody was worried about you, and so I thought I'd call while we were on live so everybody can say hi to you.
Okay, thank you. I'll be back soon.
Okay, Dave. Yeah.
Okay, great, Dave.
Bye-bye.
Bye. You sounded good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so in one scene, I wanted to do a president, and I made this 3D thing. I could actually put somebody behind that podium as the president of the United States.
Were you going to do that with Lloyd?
No, Lloyd was going to do another part. I was going to do Kenji Sugihara was going to do the president part, but we never did get to this part. I got the set built, and I can put somebody in there. By the way, China claims it was not us.
That looks so real.
Yeah.
Air Force One taking off or
Air
landing.
Force One. Yeah.
I thought there was a TFR when the Air Force One was taking off.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
That's
why.
amazing.
That's why he is the wizard.
Yeah.
You know, some people just want to try and be the magic man, but he's the wizard.
And he writes music.
Yes, and he sings and plays and dances and yeah.
No, I don't sing and dance.
You were in a band. Every band member used to sing and dance.
I would sing backup and I'd play guitar, and that was it. There's a little bit of choreography we did, but it was like just stand with your legs apart, basically.
Oh, so that's when you used to let it swing, huh?
Right.
Oh, stop it.
Paul's good with me. Don't worry about it.
Yep, yep. The wizard is at it.
This is my radar tower that's getting radar signals. Some of these are just like test renders.
Can you imagine that, Lenny, how he designed all this stuff?
So
You
this,
need a couple of those ribbons that say remove before flight.
yeah. So this is the interesting part of the story. This is the part that I was going to put Ron in. I've got a few people in this that you may recognize. I just never did get to Ron's part. But this is inside the spaceship. And what I found interesting in it was there's a certain object inside here that's just kind of floating around free throughout this spaceship. So you guys might watch real close and see what this is. So they're basically in sleep mode. The astronauts are. They're on their way to Jupiter at this point, and there's just a camera that's inside here. There's some particles floating around inside there, little dust particles. Sun comes through the windows.
I was bored. I left Wyoming, thought I'd take a road trip to Jupiter.
Uh-oh.
There's a wrench.
The wrench is the villain in this thing.
Somebody didn't secure their tools.
This is kind of interesting. This is a near miss with an asteroid that goes right through the middle of the spaceship right here and just misses everything.
Oh shit.
Oh, look at.
Damn.
This is when they turn and they're going to use Saturn to catapult themselves around towards Jupiter.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
It is.
I'm a big 2001: A Space Odyssey fan.
Okay.
I love those long
And those
spaceship
wheels are
shots.
turning different ways.
Yep, the wheel, the centrifugal force, they're going different opposite directions, aren't they?
Yep.
Wow.
That looks so real.
Cause you should be working for a movie company or something, for animation or something. Holy
Yeah.
crap.
There's too many people that do it, and it's not a consistent thing.
Yeah.
This is what we call a scale shot.
Yeah.
Where the camera pulls back and you kind of see a scale of the spaceship up against the planet.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. That's artistry.
And all the different shadows and shades on Jupiter.
Oh, this is Saturn right here.
Oh, is that Saturn?
With the rings. Yeah.
Well, if you get bored of this, tell me. I'll turn it off.
No. You're entertaining everybody.
Yeah. Well, it's good to know that JD's camera's okay after he had that RC crash. So, oh, cool. I'm just looking at chat.
Ron is better is better than I am at the videography, the photography. What are you thinking about his talent?
Oh, he's everybody, has their niche.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Oh, definitely.
And, the 3D animation, obviously it's Curtis,
Like the storm that's in the planet.
I'm gonna say
Yeah.
that.
The attention to detail,
Yep.
the ratio.
Now that ring around the planet, that's just gas, isn't it?
Particles, isn't it?
Isn't it? Particles?
So it's several moons that got too close and got pulled apart by the gravitational pull.
Okay.
See the meteor shoot by.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could actually put people inside this. There's somebody in there, by the way.
Anybody we know?
Yeah, I don't want to say because he might not like it.
Hey.
Oh,
I didn't ask for his permission to put him in there.
Anybody I know?
Yeah, everybody knows him. He probably wouldn't. Here's this more of the interior. We're getting up to the so here's the hibernation chambers. There's that wrench.
So what does the wrench do? I know it's falling, but what does it
It's
damage
floating
does it do?
throughout the
Floating.
spaceship.
Floating.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just floating.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody didn't secure it. You can
That
see
usually
the
causes a
hibernation
problem.
chambers over here.
Oh, wow. Not just the outside, but the inside. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
the attention to detail is unbelievable.
That damn wrench.
The wrench is what do you call it? The star of the show here.
That's
Yeah,
Bob.
it's so the wrench eventually does something bad.
Oh yeah.
Oh, look at it's going up.
This was a little difficult shot to do, but I fly through the wrench here.
Oh, like through the space?
Here we go.
Oh, cool.
Oh, wow.
Romeo Dersher. So that's just a photo that I put on a 3D model. You guys know this guy?
Not sure.
He's the owner of MavMount.
Oh,
Huh.
William Jason.
He's the guy that makes the MavMount for drones.
Oh,
And then Ron was supposed to be next.
He missed the ship.
Yeah, well, I never did get around to it.
I was out chasing that damn wrench.
Yeah, you need to put him in there floating around and he grabs the wrench and goes, yes.
oh
Here's the bridge of the spaceship.
yeah. Wow.
So it's all running on automation.
Wow.
God, just to do the keyboard. You
Hey,
know?
look at it's even got a QWERTY keyboard on it.
Yeah.
Whoa. Awesome.
And making
Wow.
all that stuff work.
Oh,
How long did it take you to do that?
Here's the Mavic.
Yeah.
I was working on it I think it was last winter. I was talking to you about it, wasn't I, Ron?
Yeah, I think at least.
And then I kind of summer popped up, and then I started flying, and then COVID hit, and then I got super busy and couldn't do anything. This is the part where they come up to Jupiter and they start meeting the aliens. So you guys are going to see the alien ship now.
Woo.
ooh.
There's the alien ship, huh?
Thank you, Robert. Appreciate the compliment. So the thing in our story, in the storyline, is our sun is also dying down. So the aliens have come to save us, and then the way they're going to do it is they're going to ignite Jupiter. So we're going to have two suns in the end of the story. That was basically it.
Did you have an ultimate goal in this, Curtis? I mean, you're gonna take it to someone or do something with it, or
Put it on
was
my
it just
put it on my YouTube channel.
okay?
So there was no plan to tie in.
Try to make a movie out of it. I mean, a real movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I probably should. I mean, something like this really requires a team. I mean, I can do this stuff. But some of the other stuff and putting things together, when it's just you and you spend an hour working on this, you get frustrated because it's like you're just doing it all by yourself. You know, if I had a team together, we were all doing something, we were all writing and creating together and putting something together, it would probably be something. But if it's just me, I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
Well,
Just
have
Kind
you
of
looked,
practice.
have you looked out there for anybody that's like-minded like yourself, or?
Most of the people that I know at Adobe, they are doing this stuff, and they look at me and they go, "Oh yeah, whatever."
Wow.
Yeah. Hmm.
So you guys are right in the way of that. That's a turret that's going to fire a fireball, or not a fireball, but basically a, for lack of a better term, I didn't have a storyline thing, but a nuclear weapon into Jupiter. So Ron doesn't make it in this movie.
Damn
Oh,
it.
Ron.
Oh, right.
It's a good thing he had steak and mushrooms for dinner.
Yeah,
I know.
The explosive
is.
thing they send down into Jupiter, and it ignites.
And Ron,
Yeah,
you were
my-
worried about the wrench.
I know.
He
No, I
had
ain't
bigger
gonna.
plans for you.
I know. Now, I'm not going to make any money from the movie. So much for the steak and mushrooms. I'm going to be back to hot dog and cheese.
So this
Mac and
section you're
cheese.
fixing to see, I don't like at all. I want to completely redo this, but this is supposed to be where Jupiter ignites and becomes the sun. Yeah, I didn't care for it either.
No, I think it's cool.
Needs to be changed at the very beginning when it starts to burn.
Yeah, the beginning was what I didn't like. It was
Yeah, I like this part, but at the very beginning when
Yeah,
it first
Or
started to burn,
If you sped it up, in other words,
no,
like,
watch. It's the wrong color. That's a wrong red.
yeah.
That red is wrong.
That's probably what you're probably right. It should have been a yellow.
Yeah, or a deeper or an orange, almost like a fluorescent orange, not a red.
Yep. Yeah, this part I like.
Yeah, I do too. Because this part's great.
well, the other thing you could add to it would be that Ron sent a probe down and they made sure that there was no life on the planet.
Yep. Yep.
Because Ron would be a preserver. He's a paramedic by nature. So he
He
wants to
saves.
preserve life. And if there's life
Yep.
there, he wouldn't be happy.
Yes. So, oh, this one's screwed. Yep. Out of here.
Next.
Yeah. Next.
That's great though, Curtis.
Sure is. That's very time consuming.
That's why he's known far and wide as the wizard.
What happens is you get doing that stuff and you lose track of time. You get so involved in it.
Yes.
Yeah,
You sit
you
down at 9 in the morning and you look up at 6 o'clock at night and you don't even realize it.
what is VOM red?
VOM red sounds like it's a troll.
No, somebody in the chat typed
That's
a
VOM
troll.
red.
Oh,
That's one
Oh.
of our trolls. We get some Russian trolls in here from time to time.
Russian.
Yeah. That's our guess.
the last name should be a clue. His last name is Namak Ashit.
Yeah. Mecca shit. A Mecca shit. Somebody just whacked a deer over on Highway 3 and 4 Drive, but they said the vehicle's not drivable. So it sounded like they hit it pretty hard.
People are okay.
I don't know. Just on the scanner right now. Police are just on the way. Oh, wow.
Look at the colors in that.
So that's when they're going up to get on the spaceship to go to Jupiter.
Oh,
Was I on that spaceship?
Yeah, you're in cryo sleep though.
Oh,
Ryan, you're gonna have nightmares tonight.
Yeah.
You're gonna wake up and say, where the hell am I now?
Oh,
That
look
damn
there.
Curtis Dart.
damn it.
You know, quite honestly, I'm disappointed they're not still flying the shuttle.
Well, it's, you
Our
know, the
government-
SpaceX is a lot cheaper.
Yep. That's why everybody's gone to SpaceX.
And I heard where they, by the way, nobody's ever seen that footage before, Paul. So you got exclusive.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you.
And if I ever get off my ass, I'll finish it.
You'll do it.
You know, when the time's right, you'll do it.
Yep.
There's a whole bunch more scenes in here too.
Just gotta put them all together.
Yep.
In between your regular job and in between your life and in between your UAV ventures, in between your
wife.
flying.
And your wife.
Yeah.
You know, just a little bit of time.
So I got to mute this one.
So as
But
you're
this-
doing all this stuff, you have to, after you do so much, you have to save that and then keep going, then save again.
Yep.
Okay, just like when you're doing graphics.
So this was essentially the first part of the movie where the Voyager 1 and Voyager 2 are kind of going out into space.
That looks neat.
So this
Oh.
was just basically a bunch of stuff that I kind of threw together, space scenes. You guys saw that earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
God,
Duck.
whoa.
And here's where you see one of the Voyagers shoot by.
Wouldn't that be something you had all those plants that close together?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it wouldn't be real. It's not very realistic. The gravity would
Well,
pull.
you're thinking we don't know because, you know, what, there's billions of planets out
There
there.
goes the Voyager. Just
Mm.
shot by.
And the gases, look at the gases.
Yeah.
I don't like that one at all.
No, that one there.
Yeah, a lot of this is you make it and then you just kind of experiment and try stuff and then it works or it doesn't work, or like for me that didn't work. This does work. I like this.
Yeah. Meteorite shower.
Yep.
What do they call that, Curtis? The meteor belt or?
Oh, the Oort
Asteroid.
cloud.
Yeah.
So
Astro-
this is
Could be an
essentially a
asteroid
planet.
belt. I don't know.
Asteroid belt, maybe.
Yeah, the asteroid belt.
Yeah.
This is kind of a cool shot right here.
I still want to know who's in that front seat.
Yeah.
I am. I'm driving. That's right. I'm in that.
You're,
It might-
you're sleepyhead.
It might be somebody
Yeah.
from Australia.
I've driven
Ah,
sleeping before.
Matt. It's gotta be Matt.
Yeah, I put Matt's face in there.
I can't think of anybody else that would know how to drive something like that.
You know, Paul Murray, you mentioned something about wives. You know whose wife I want to meet now? Is Justin's. After the other night on Matt North's channel.
Uh-huh.
Oh God, his wife was apparently watching the show and they were busting on Justin and then she started to join in. Well, then they started little pokes at her, but man, she come back like a champ. Woo! I'm like,
Took them on, huh?
oh yeah, I like that girl. I want to meet her.
That's neat looking. That's neat looking.
Yeah, so the in the storyline, some of the asteroids hit the Earth. Of course, it has to. Anybody want to
course.
write this story? I'll do the effects for you.
I'm not a writer, but you know, There are some people out there that do like to write.
But Paul, you like all that space stuff.
Yeah. Wow, look at that.
Well, that's 'cause
Whoa.
that's because I keep all my space between my ears.
Yeah.
No, you do not. It leaks out all the time.
At least-
Oh, jeez. Good comeback.
Yeah, see the mess at his house.
Wow.
Yep, I can always depend on Lenny to slap me up.
Yeah, she's set you straight and put you on
Well,
course.
the thing is, I have to be careful because he really likes that, you know.
Used and abused.
Oh, yeah. Makes him
He does.
smile.
She does it with the best of them.
So in our
Well, I don't want to
storyline,
make a habit of it, then he enjoys it too much.
in our
Yeah.
storyline, Ron is a member of the Space Force, aren't you, Ron?
I am.
Yeah. So you ought to come over here and watch. Here's your logo for your.
She got a spacesuit.
This is the Space Force logo.
Yeah. There's Ron.
Uh-huh.
Woo!
Woohoo.
Yep. There's Ron.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
there
can
he is.
put your face inside that spacesuit easy.
Can you?
Yeah. You want a moonwalk or something, or a spacewalk?
No,
We can do
what,
that.
put his
Yeah,
face.
have me do a little moonwalk for us.
Put his face in there, and then what he can do is he can take his gloved hand to go like this.
Ah,
I could probably do that.
Right, Ron?
I could.
Yeah.
I'm a trained
Right,
professional.
Ron's gonna moonwalk. Yeah. That'd be a good thing. He could be on the moon moonwalking.
Yeah.
you're making it into a cartoon.
Yeah.
That's about what it would be, Lenny, is a cartoon. I have some talents, but dancing and moonwalking is not one of them.
No,
Nah.
Yeah, but with Curtis in charge, he can make you do anything.
he can make you look spectacular.
He could make you fly.
Yep.
Work your magic, Curtis.
Right.
Counting on you, brother.
Walk on water, all kinds of neat stuff.
Now there I'd like to see. Oh, Ron's walking on water. Woo.
I'm sure
Okay.
that Curtis could do it.
Clear. Okay. A few dishes to do.
Well, everybody, I think we've about overdone it, haven't we?
Yeah. That was good.
That's pretty cool, though.
This has been fun, Curtis. I'm really glad that Paul called me
Yeah.
out of the basement.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got all my cooking done. Got
Yep.
to watch some live entertainment.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. And if anybody wants to write some stories, Curtis is your man.
I'm waiting to see Curtis put Ron up in that spaceship.
All right. One more.
Okay.
Oh,
Woohoo. Hey, there you
This
go.
is another Google where I use Google Earth again.
Woo!
Oh, is it? You Google. Oh, okay.
So I'm putting a 3D object inside of Google Earth on this, but this
That's
is a
San
continuation
Francisco?
of the zombie thing.
Yeah, it had the shadow where it was going over and everything.
yeah.
But it looks like that's Lakeshore Drive in Chicago.
But I can put Ron inside that little helicopter thing, that little drone
There
thing
you
if we
go.
want.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
like that too.
I
Yeah.
would.
I think you ought to put Ron in every one of your videos.
I don't know about that, but
Ron, do you have a green screen?
uh,
Here's where you're getting
No.
attacked by aliens.
Wow.
Well, pretty soon you get that program up there and running, you can cut yourself out of any picture.
Look at this flying Ron does. He flies him right into the buildings.
Yeah.
I live life on the
Wow.
edge.
You see that? See it scraped the side of the building and everything. Let me play it again.
A lot of attention to detail. That's impressive.
Yep.
Watch the wing. It catches the building and it spins him into it. Boom.
Mm.
Shit.
Scraping right along the building.
Yeah,
Look,
Ron,
I
flies-
walked up.
Ron, you're a man of many talents. I didn't
Ron
know you
flies
had all these
upside
flying
down and
abilities.
everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ron is the man.
Walked out of there unscratched.
Those are some weird looking ships.
well, they're supposed to be, they're aliens. So
Yeah, they're weird looking.
That's the reason I was driving like that. The goddamn aliens were chasing me.
look,
Yeah.
Trump Tower.
Ah,
Hey, even Trump Tower. Poof.
This is the cool part.
that's
After the smoke
Chicago.
clears,
That is Chicago.
That is Chicago.
that ruined that building.
So how many are chasing him?
Just one now.
Oh, there was two.
Oh, now-
Now we're
now he's
going
done.
out to Alcatraz.
Yeah.
Been there too.
Yep.
Spent the whole day there.
Oh, I thought maybe you're doing time.
Nah, they
Oh.
wouldn't take me.
Spent a day and they're like, oh, get her out of here.
Yeah, they wouldn't keep me. I was out there the whole damn day.
Yeah.
My last trip to San Francisco / Oakland, my buddy, when I lived in California, my buddy had a boat
Thank you,
Up
Mike.
in,
Appreciate it, man.
up in the Modesto area, and we
Yep.
took the Delta. We took the Delta out of Stockton, and his wife was supposed to meet us the next morning. His wife and son, but it's about an 8-hour trip in his boat. Oh yeah, going across the Golden Gate. That's cool as shit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it is.
But we parked over at Jack London Square, which is right on the edge of Oakland. He had a 49-foot Alaskan Grand Banks. It was a big boat. It was technically a yacht. And anyhow, we docked about 7 o'clock at night. We went offshore and we went and got something to eat. And Dave used to work as a paramedic in Oakland. And we come back to the boat about 8:30 or 9 o'clock. And like I said, it had a little, like a back deck. He had a couple chairs out there. We could sit out there. We sat out there and had a couple of beers that night. About 10 o'clock, we go to bed. Now there was the living room area, like a little kitchenette area. There was the pilot house up top, upstairs, and then you come downstairs and there were 2 other separate bedrooms. Well, Dave's in the far front bedroom. I'm in the middle one. 3 o'clock in the morning, we get this bang, I mean, severe banging on the side of the boat. I'm like, oh shit, we're in Oakland. You know, Lord knows what the hell. Because Oakland it's pretty
Nasty.
nasty city, real nasty city. I come out on the back porch with an attitude and a pistol packed in my back. And all of a sudden I come out and I'm like, oh shit, there's about 10 badges standing there.
Yeah.
This one lady cop said, excuse me, sir, I'm sorry to wake you guys up, but any chance you know anything about the dead body floating behind your boat? And here I looked off the back of Dave's boat and there's this dead guy laying in the water, just all, and he
Puffed up.
was all puffed up and kind of pushed up against our boat. And I'm like, no. Well, then Dave comes up on the back porch. He goes, Ron, what the hell's going on? I'm like, they want to know if we know anything about the dead guy behind us. He goes, is that what we hit on the way in? I'm like, dude, sarcasm.
Yeah,
No, not now. Bunch of cops standing right there. And here's the funny thing was we both told him, yeah, we don't know what the hell happened. We go back to bed. We get up about 6:30. We made some coffee. We come out on the back deck and there's still, everything's taped off. And same lady cop walks up. The guy is still floating behind us. And they're doing all their their death investigation. And she comes up and she said, well, you boys might want to go inside and you might not want to see this. We're going to pull the body out now. And I said,
You
ma'am,
don't want
you
to
have
smell it.
I said, ma'am, you have no idea what we do for a living. Go ahead and do your thing. I'm going to drink my coffee.
The one of the
Oh,
strangest
yeah,
things
when they get puffed up like that, I remember taking a floater out of the river here and you'd grab an arm and they go,
No, you don't. It
Yep.
goes boom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's
no,
a
but I'm talking about an arm. You grab an arm and it's like pulling chicken.
Yeah.
Well cooked.
there's a whale that passed away. I think a year or year ago.
Oh, when
Up
that guy
here.
on the beach went up and screwed around with it.
No, it was out in the water, and there's a couple boaters went out there to film it. I mean, it died of natural causes, old age, and it started moving, and they were like, "Oh, I think it's a shark." Well, we don't have sharks up here. And all of a sudden, the thing burst open, and all the guts and everything just started shooting out of it. It's all the buildup of gas, is what it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But they caught it all on a cell phone, and they're filming the whole thing. Guy goes, "Oh my god, this is gross!" And he goes, "Well, keep filming. I don't care. Keep filming." But yeah, it was up on the top of the water, and all of a sudden it just kind of split open. It looked like something had bit into it, but because it was on top, it wasn't. But it just split open, and everything just started coming up, the innards, the guts, everything.
There was
Yeah,
a lot of
pretty
that
cool.
during after Katrina.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
lot of that.
Just that buildup of gas is what it was.
Yeah.
Two of my friends were going down there. They were like water as deep as their armpits, and a floater come by and HG turn around and tell his partner, "Don't touch it. It was too late." Boom.
Oh, I
They
just
ran
saw what
into a
Mike
whole lot of
yeah,
that.
Mel Gibson. Yeah. No, if I put Matt's face in there, he doesn't
Oh,
know.
that'd be-
Don't tell him. He'll
Okay.
I will.
funny.
Yeah. Come on to his channel.
He'll get a kick out of that when he sees it.
Oh, he will. And one of these days, I'm gonna get over there to see him.
You got to come up and see me first.
I tried last summer. Damn it.
Yeah, but
Oh,
you come,
sorry,
come
Ron.
through-
I'm working.
yeah, I know. You come through the week. What? Come on.
You guys need to be better organized.
Yeah, either that or later in the evening, right?
Yeah.
Later in the evening is still kind of tough. If you look at a map, everything looks like it's really close together, but because we're so densely populated and none of the roads are straight around here, unlike the Midwest where everything's laid out on a grid,
Yeah.
this whole
Mhm.
place is laid out like an hourglass.
It is.
On the south end, it's nice and wide. On the north end, it's nice and wide. But you get towards the populated area, it just crunches right up to the middle. So getting around can be you can sit in traffic for 3 hours to go someplace
Wow.
that's only an hour away.
I know. I was about petrified after I got off the 5 going into Seattle. Ugh. In a car, that's no problem. On a bike, I didn't like that.
Oh,
No.
yeah. Went under the convention center, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
And
Used
I
to go over to
cannot figure
Seattle
out.
like one weekend a month. Would go to
Mm.
Seattle.
Ugh.
I cannot figure out why people want to change lanes when they get to the convention center. That's like the worst place to change lanes. It's like wait till you get done.
Yeah. We ended up taking the ferry across over to
Bremerton.
over to the island.
Oh, you went over to Bainbridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I like taking the ferry up to Victoria. The Black Falls.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice trip going up there.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a beautiful trip. I enjoyed that, except for that part.
Yeah, you come up here. I've got a couple ROVs. We can put you on one of them unless you dive down. It,
That'd be
dude,
cool.
it's addictive.
We'll
It
be
is
coming
addictive.
back up. I
It's
wouldn't be
really
surprised.
addictive.
I wouldn't be surprised we're going back up. The group that I hang with, we go to Oregon and clear up near Washington almost every year. Last year was the furthest north we went. But yeah, we were over at Puget Sound and the guys are saying, hey, right there's Canada.
Yep.
We stayed in that Squim, the little town of Squim.
Oh yeah, Squim. Yeah,
Yeah. We were there for 3 days.
I stayed
they
in
got
that
hit with.
hotel right down on the Sound where they advertise you can fish from your room.
Oh,
I'd
that's
like
the one where
that.
that's the one where the Beatles and Led Zeppelin was at.
Yep.
Yep.
We used to
Oh,
stay
wow.
there once a month.
Huh.
If you ever get a chance, I don't want to say it on the show, but Google Led Zeppelin and the Octopus
Okay.
and the Evergreen Hotel or Everwood.
Mm. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That's where it happened.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, we have some of the largest octopus. They tell me we have some of the largest octopus up here in the world.
Really?
So they bought an octopus apparently down at Pike Place Market, and I'm not going to go into any more details than that.
Mm.
That's a cool place. You go down there and they'll fix your seafood right in front of you,
Oh yeah, yeah.
fresh out of the water. I like going to the aquarium. I love watching those seals. They are hilarious.
Yeah.
But just walk out to the sound and you can watch the seals.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the ones that are in the aquarium, they do tricks and everything.
Oh yeah.
They're funny. I love watching them.
Hey, has anybody hit the like button lately? Anybody out there in
Make
chat?
sure you hit the like button.
You guys got all this exclusive content never seen before.
Right.
Probably never going to be seen again.
I don't know. I think the juices are always flowing in Curtis.
And we have a future
Yeah.
movie star here now too.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Yeah, Ron driving a spaceship. Shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Facing a wrench.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I can hit that like button too. I don't know what I'm thinking.
I have to wait.
I
till
watch
get
out
off
for
my
that
iPad.
fog, you know.
Oh shit, I'm out of battery power. Whew. I better change lanes.
So Paul, you got
Otherwise
kind
the
of
work
quiet
house.
on us.
What's that?
I said Paul Hodges over there got kind of quiet on us.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
just sitting there waiting for the snow to hit.
Paul's
Oh,
got
don't say that.
Paul's got to drive bus in the morning.
Yeah,
They're gonna
Yeah.
cancel it.
back to the school bus. I think they might cancel, but I just been watching the weather, and now they kind of downgraded a bit to maybe 2 inches of snow now.
Oh,
No,
then you'll
but-
be driving.
But they're calling for 50 to 60 kilometer an hour winds, right? So
Oh,
Oh, wow.
we'll see. Time will tell. I'll get up at 6:30 in the morning. I'll tell you if I'm working or not.
See what's happening, right?
Yeah. Got to
Yeah.
remember to do the COVID test in the morning too.
Oh shit.
Well, it's an online thing. You just got to go in, they ask you a whole bunch of questions. You got to fill it out every day. Yeah.
You don't got a swab every day, do you?
No. But
they ask
apparently,
you if if you got a fever, if you got a cough, if you've been
Oh,
around
yeah, all that crap.
COVID.
and also, I guess we're getting a couple rapid tests to bring home too as soon as they get them. So, and I see Marshall just said that the Trump rally was really good. It was yesterday, I think it was. Yeah, the Trump
Good.
was in Arizona. He went to see him. So,
Good.
Yeah, you could
Yeah.
hardly get near the place.
yeah.
You gotta get President dumbass. That's just sad.
What? How do you guys put up with it?
The
Because
lowest poll in
I
the
can't.
country.
well, because when Trump was in or other ones, yeah, look at his health. It's not good. It's not good. This guy don't even know his own name, and they don't say anything.
Right, they cover for him.
That's
Funny-
because, what the deal is the current president and administration are just figureheads.
They're puppets.
They're puppets for those people that are behind the scenes, never got elected, and they're
Yeah.
running the country.
Yep.
Now,
I
there's
don't know how-
somebody who had been elected before that's in on that too, that they said. Was
Well,
that
like-
Judge Jeannie?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like I don't understand why they're not calling for his resignation or what's that other
They're
thing to do with
protecting
the
him.
help?
The impeachment and
Yeah, like this guy,
Well, you
he creates all the problems. He can't fix anything. This guy, he can't
he's
fix
got
nothing.
a criminal son, and nobody ever says anything about it.
Do you see that son's ex-wife just is releasing her book or tell-all book?
Oh yeah.
you know what the
He's gotta
saddest
make
part
more.
is? Even from a non-political and a non-criminal side, your family or your spouse or whatever, and you claim to love that person and be with them through, and it goes to prove Christmas Eve when Mr. and Mrs. President Claus was doing those video interviews
Yeah.
with those people from, I forget what state it was from, and with those kids, and Biden said, well, yeah, you better get to bed. And well, then the dad came on of the one kid and he said, yeah, thank you guys for coming on. He said, wait,
Well,
way to go, Brandon.
yeah, let's
He
go,
goes, "Yeah."
Brandon.
he goes, let's go,
Yeah, he's a
Brandon.
dumbass.
And he was clueless. And there
Yep.
his wife, the look on her face, like, oh my God. But the point I'm trying to make is, you know what? If his wife really cared for
She'd
him
have stopped this a long time ago.
and pulled him out of there, said they are
Yes.
humiliating my husband and
Yeah.
Well, I
shaming
think
him.
she's benefiting from this as well.
Oh yeah, she wants to be the first lady,
Yeah.
you know?
Just,
Job I wouldn't want.
That guy has
Yeah.
just been used.
oh, I
and
wouldn't want a job
abused and-
either. No. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the devil you know, the devil you don't know. But the problem is it just, they keep creating more problems, but they're not going back and fixing any of the ones that they've created problems for. They can't seem to fix any problems. That's the thing.
Yeah.
They can
The problem
create them,
with-
but
The problem with Trump though, he did a lot of good stuff, but he was arrogant and
Yep.
he was a rich kid. You know, he went to school 15 minutes from where I used to work in Pennsylvania.
yeah,
And one of the most prestigious, you know, schools in the nation. You know, he was never told the word no.
yeah.
You know, so people don't like that. That's what
Yeah.
people are pissed
Yeah.
off about.
Yep.
You know, so
Well, he was never a politician. Everybody knew he was a friggin' businessman. Come on.
yeah, he was a hardcore businessman, and people that get into business and get as rich as they do of that magnitude, they don't do it by being nice.
No.
Being on,
And the thing is, you know, we've never had a businessman for president. We've always had some slick politician. And it was like,
Mhm.
we can't go wrong, you know. Come on. It's got to be better than what we've had all these years. So let's give him a shot. Yeah, he
Well,
couldn't stay off of Twitter. He couldn't keep his mouth shut. But when you
Yeah.
look at the whole picture, he did a damn lot of good.
he did. Yeah.
Oh,
And
he
no
did
matter-
some good stuff, but he was arrogant.
He
Don't
was,
doubt
that's-
about it.
Doesn't matter who
That's-
we would get in there, somebody's going to be pissed.
That's people didn't care who was running. It's like, oh, they just didn't want Trump,
Right.
and you know, just because he was arrogant.
I
You
think
know,
you're
I
going
think
to
the
see,
arrogance- The
I
arrogance.
could be wrong, but I think you're going to see DeSantis on the ticket on 2024.
Florida.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I'd like to see Christie, the governor from my state,
Yeah.
Christie.
Chris Christie.
Yeah, no,
Female.
female governor from my state, South Dakota. Oh shoot,
Yeah.
yeah, her.
Yeah. Okay.
I just got one of those BS comments on one of my YouTube videos.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. Keep doing a great job. Wow, you need to research promos. That's one of those sites where you buy into they have all these people from India that like your video and get you monetized.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I ain't doing that.
You gotta pay to play, as they call it.
Yeah, I ain't doing that.
No, thanks.
Then you have to be doing it all the time.
Yep.
You know,
No.
my YouTube, I know a lot of guys try to make a living off YouTube, and I think that's great. For me, I'm just playing around. It's a place to, it's kind of like a library of stuff I've done. If you go to my YouTube channel, you couldn't even tell me what I do for. It's like I have
Right.
so much stuff all over the place. It's like there's not one focused thing that I kind of do, you know. A lot of
Yeah.
guys are all drone videos, or all motion graphics, or all 3D stuff, or all underwater drone stuff, and I got everything on there. It's like I put my music on there, I put everything on there. If I get 5 people that watch it, I'm happy.
Yep,
Well, I've
I
been
hear you.
enjoying them.
Well, thank
Yep.
you, Lynn.
yep. Oh, I still want to see me in that spaceship.
Me too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody write the damn
That's the
story and
wrench.
I'll start putting it in.
Yeah,
I see his face and then see his hand coming up. Catch that.
You know who we should get to write the story is Matt.
is Matt. Matt, exactly. I was thinking, you and I are thinking the exact same, like,
If we
That
can
would
get
be
Matt
fun.
on board with this thing and have him write a story, I could send this stuff to him and say, okay, look, this is kind of what we're doing. It doesn't have to be these scenes, but here's what
Yeah.
I can do. Can you come up with an interesting story? There's certain limitations to it because the actors would have to do their part on green screen and send me the footage, and then I'd put them in the environment, you know.
Yeah.
So, you can't, it'd be kind of tough. Well, you could put two people side by side, like in a cockpit or something, but it would be a little difficult. It'd have to be
Yeah.
coordinated.
I'll tell you what, Curtis, I would run it past him. I wouldn't put it past him to like, hell yeah, I'd be into this.
Oh, I think he'd absolutely be on board with something like this.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's got
With his personality,
his personality, that quick-witted little mind of his.
yes.
Yeah, he'd be into it.
Put both you
Yeah.
guys in a space shuttle and everything goes wrong.
Yeah, and then bring Adrian in or Peter Carroll or
Or you're transporting Adrian to an alien planet or something. I don't know.
yeah. I'm telling you, dude, he'd be all into it.
Well, you talk to him. I try to talk to him on his channel. He never invites me on his show at all.
Really?
Which, yeah, I don't know what the deal is. I mean, I've sent him some stuff, but I digress.
I think he gets overwhelmed, and there's a lot of people that are like, really, you're not on my email list, and he says that every week. Oh,
that and when he's on, I'm still at work.
okay.
I usually come in on the tail end of it, or he
Right.
starts his Saturday morning catch-up show, on Friday for me, and I'm trying to wind down from the week. So
Yeah, he's changed a little bit since he went from working part-time to working part-time. Yeah, he's supposed to be part-time, and he's working like 6 days a week. So he actually went on. He used to be on 6 p.m. Mountain Time, which is your Pacific, so it'd be 5 p.m. your time.
Mhm.
And then he went to 5 p.m. or 4 p.m. for a while. And now he's back to 5 p.m. I think. I forget which, but he switches all the time. Well, I'll talk to him. I
Well,
think
you don't have to. It's not a.
no, I think it'd be funny.
I think that would be a great presentation.
Yep.
Oh hell yeah, yeah. Because he likes to do those intros of certain, like he's done the Peter Carroll, the Jim Boyd, the Adrian. He's apparently working on mine. Scares me. He's doing the intros. When you come onto the channel, like, oh,
Is it
here's
Drum
the-
Boys do Spaceballs?
Yeah,
Baseballs is a great movie. I don't care what
It
anybody
sure
says.
is.
yeah.
One of my
Mhm.
favorites.
Matt Northeast Baseballs. Yeah, he'll come up with some stuff.
I think it
I'll
would be fun.
I'll call him in the next couple of nights. We'll see if we can get this going.
Put a bug
Curtis.
in his ear.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Gotta go side?
Bait him.
Yep.
No, you just want up.
Mm.
Oh, just
Oh,
one.
Gracie's up on the lap.
Yeah, Gracie's back.
Mm.
Okay, baby. Huh? Yeah. Yeah.
Beagles, the Barkers.
Yeah, the beagles. I've always had beagles, but Vader's the first one that. And the funny thing is, I've always had female beagles, but Vader's the first male dog I think I've ever had. I think.
Hey,
Really?
Drone Shots, how you doing? Drone Shots is in the chat.
Goody. You ever hunt with them, Paul?
Oh yeah, that's how I ended up with beagles. I used to hunt all the time, hunt bunnies.
Yep.
I used to do a lot of bunny hunting. Actually, I used to start in the fall up north, up by Wingham up there. Got to get into the snowshoe rabbits. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then as the snow got deeper, he kept coming farther south until, around here we'd hunt down here from pretty well January to February, just locally. Because rabbit
Right.
season runs till the 28th of February, right? So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Shoot.
hey, drone
Uh,
shot. All right.
Well, I will let you guys go. I know, Paul, you were wanting to kind of shut down.
Well, I was gonna show you one thing is that'll warm your heart a little bit.
Okay.
It's one of my favorite places to go and show. And here it is.
Oh,
there you go.
Tiki Bar.
Yeah.
The,
Yep,
te-
they're-
the Teeny Martini Bar in Jackson, in
St. Augustine.
St. Augustine, Florida.
Yeah.
It's jumping tonight.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it just, they sit around in shirt sleeves and I'm thinking, oh my God.
I don't see a whole lot of people in short sleeves.
I saw one gal with her hands in her pockets.
I don't know what the temperature is down there, but the Floridians, Ron, as you well know, it gets down to 70 degrees and they're putting sweatshirts on and stuff,
They're putting Parkers on.
Yeah.
That's like today, it was, I don't know, 35. I was out there in a sweatshirt. I was comfortable.
Yeah.
I was out in the park, I was out in the park this morning with the camera and shooting pictures and stuff. I was in a sweatshirt. It was 35, 36 degrees.
Yep.
Yeah.
We didn't
Compared to
even
my-
get that warm today.
So
Compared to my
drone
20
shots.
25, 35 below last week. Yeah, it's a heat wave here.
Yeah. Chris Smith says he needs a napkin. His mouth is drooling for the warmer weather.
Yeah.
Anyway. What the hell? What? It's I was watching the chat from the teeny bar.
No.
Got lost.
Okay, everybody, I'm gonna say goodbye to everybody in the chat.
Okay.
Paul's got to get some rest because he might be driving in the morning.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
get to go play in the morning for a
Curtis,
change.
Curtis, thanks for coming in and showing us your
Thank you, Curtis.
your wizardry. And
Enjoyed it.
Ron, we wish you well as an astronaut.
Yep.
And Lenny, thanks for coming in, my dear.
Thanks for
Alright.
having me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody, we'll see you. Drone Shot says Curtis. Okay.